Boy, that's on the neighborhood, say word. Yo, what's poppin' with y'all ashy asses? Nico in the building making aunties back to lashes. Okay, I'm just fooling, let me cool it. See y'all listening? Join us as we get these big ups to black excellence. Okay, news you can use to uplift your kinfolk them. Feed them something different than that circus act on CNN. Just enough humor so it never be your bore. So welcome, Mr. Martin, this is ethnic-ish and more.
Let me go make it public.
We gonna make it public. I don't know if y'all on Facebook, but hold on.
Yeah, I'm gonna tag you and share.
Yeah, I know exactly where that's going. Oh yeah.
It's Bree School, that's what I do.
Yeah. And you know what? I was there for that.
They trombone scary this. Shit, just still just do something.
It's my favorite Erykah Badu song.
It's like when you smell a smell and take it back to like 07 or something. This shit just...
I just tagged you and yeah, you can carry them off and go back to it. But I mean, they wrote like this song. Didn't you know? Didn't you know?
Are you friends with them on Facebook?
I don't know if I couldn't find it. I found Instagram. You gotta type it in. Where in the world is all the time? Where in the thing to steal the moon? So many times to show
So if y'all go to y'all page, I just made it public, and y'all can go to my page and share it to y'all page. You know what's been dope? If you actually just left the video on there versus audio.
I was, but the video don't come through as good when I plug everything all in there. I'll probably do that maybe for the commercial, but I can pull up like a YouTube.
She can hear us talking. Maria said she can hear us talking. All right,
Oh man, I can't worry about it.
It's NCAT.
I never heard it.
Oh, wait, no.
This is from 2023 at the Eagle Class.
No, the thing is, they've been rocking. They've been doing it this way for a minute. You about to hear the transition though.
It's like this got that. This really got that flawless.
It's about to mess with you. The transition they gonna go in, and what song they go into.
The bounce is it's like yeah, bro, just there.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, that was some crazy shit.
Oh yeah.
I didn't even realize this was what the song was.
Yeah, they've been doing that for at least over 10 years. Yeah. Cause I remember when we played, when TSU played them at 04 in Circle City, they did that. Yeah, that's good.
45 seconds.
I'm ready.
Hey, turn up, turn it on up. We back on another episode of Ethnic Ish and More, episode number 25. Crank that ish.
It's a hell of a.
I was gonna say shit, but I was like, I ain't say shit when I made the title of the show.
It's a fitting title.
It fits because you gotta, and I mean, if you've been tuned in since the beginning, they was cranking that ish.
Oh, yeah.
They was cranking that ish. I thought nobody could crank it better than Soldier Boy. And I may have found somebody who can.
Hey man, first we got to give a shout out to the marching musical Hornets, the mighty marching Hornets at Alabama State University.
Clap it up for ASU.
And, that mean blue, what's that? They the blue and gold marching machine of North Carolina Agricultural and Technical State University.
Let's clap it up again. Shout out to ASU. Let's shout out to our HBCU bands.
Yeah,
the real reason.
What
you got on? I forgot my shirt. I forgot to. I ain't even peep it either. I forgot to wear my Lincoln shirt. I was gonna put my Lincoln shirt on, but I was a look. I'll be wearing stuff made by black people. Like I was rushing in this morning, and it was kind of cool in this fleece Jordan sweater. I like Michael Jordan, so he black. He don't hand make it, but if it wasn't for him doing what he did in the 80s, 90s, and at the beginning of them early 2000s, I wouldn't be wearing this today. But as always, I'd like to welcome y'all ashy asses back. Y'all have been here with us. I can't say, well, it's been 25 weeks this second time around. It ain't been 25 weeks straight. We usually here consistently, but we tried to do a holiday break, and then everything else in the world kept going wrong every Tuesday after that. We went through like 2 snow days. It was icy outside. We was like, man, I was like, we just gonna take this break. Clearly it's neat. Look, the cold is no longer here. I'll be scared. I feel like one day it may be 80. Next day it's gonna be -2. You really don't know
what went outside today, and it was 31 when you came outside.
And then when I left school, it was 50.
Right.
Yep.
So I was hella confused, man. But like I say, I like to appreciate y'all coming. As always, I'm your host, NicoThaGreat.
Man, it's the Past Master. What's up, y'all?
And we do this wonderful thing called postal podcasting, meaning rain, sleet, or snow.
We in this house.
We gonna give you the wonderful news, grooves, and all the blues clues that we can find. But we are not alone tonight. Per usual, we got some wonderful people in the house. I'm gonna let them introduce themselves, starting with the brother over here.
What's up, y'all? Nick White, 314 Midwest Crank, all band media.
Ooh,
That's Kayla, 314 Midwest Crank.
and my wonderful brother over here.
Yeah, what's going on, man? It's your boy Kobe Jack, old band member.
Y'all see,
Side,
we got a brother of Kappa
AKA
Kappa.
one hitter,
Side.
2 hitter splitter.
The loose
If
neck.
you gotta hit it again, then you're gonna have to make a living.
Man, we got this wonderful episode, and we named it Crank That Ish because our wonderful guest, the 314 Midwest Crank podcast, is in the building with us, y'all. We gonna talk all good stuff as well as some good band stuff. Everybody in here at one point in time was in a band in their life. I did it in high school. I played saxophone for 7 years.
Yeah, man.
What you play, Pass?
Sousaphone, man.
Okay.
Shout out to all my tuba players.
Brother
out there.
Kobe.
Also, the noble instrument of the saxophone.
Y'all heard that.
Yeah.
I was clarinet and piano.
Okay.
Percussion.
Oh, yeah.
Percussion all the way through.
Man.
Bass
Look,
line,
Wait,
bass
look.
line.
The notorious no listeners. We gonna do what we want to do.
Low
Now we
key.
not gonna play. We gonna play what we want to play. Yeah, that's what it is. The notorious no listeners.
But
That's what
if you go, but look,
And that's how it's gonna
and
be.
if you're not gonna listen, at least be good at it.
hey,
That's all you're gonna do. It if you,
Facts.
as long as you keep it good and funky, man. Everybody in the band can adjust and rock with you,
It's
man.
still gonna be percussion's fault either way it goes.
Of course.
That's all
Hey.
it is.
That's why I feel the movie Drumline let us down. They should have known that everything gets blamed on the drum line, no matter what.
True.
I don't care. Somebody could fall on the field, make the whole line fall. The drum line did it.
Drumline running first. Gotta go.
Everybody need a scapegoat.
Look, when you
That's
the
it.
marching band, I'm on the dancing side. I ain't got nothing to do with that.
Hey,
Yeah.
oh yeah, we got
a dance.
an 8 counter up in
Yeah,
here.
we got
Okay.
8 count.
We got an 8 counter up in here.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Shout out to
I
that,
ain't have to
man.
do all that running and stuff. Nope.
Shit, all us was running, wasn't they? They was running
Yeah,
with
I was gonna say,
y'all.
Shout out to the Blue Flame.
Wait, look.
Shout out to the blue.
Shout out to the motherfucking Blue.
When I was a
Facts.
band director, my dancers and my flags was a part of the band. You did everything they did.
Oh yeah.
We was separate.
Oh no.
As
Lincoln.
a high school director and a college director, that's exactly.
Look, I wasn't even in the band in college, but at Lincoln, they was in there doing the exact same of everything, running the Elif and back. And if anybody, I know if we got some LU band members on here, like my brother Kobe over here, y'all know running. Hell, it's just a regular student walking the Elif will make you skip your class
Man,
every
shout
day.
out to Uncle Elif, man.
Facts.
He made us all a better man.
Boy, Elif got the steepest hill to walk, drive, doing.
Straight up.
Like you got,
is that the one that's
it's the journalism. So it's like when you come in
and
to
you got
Link,
the sign right there?
you at
gotta
the
go up
sign.
that?
So, no,
When you try
it's
driving
across the
down
street
there,
from
don't
where
stay in my car.
the end of it's across the street from the band room.
And they go all the way down.
The building directly across the street from the band room.
Oh, y'all must want to go
So
meet
you got the band room, you got the band room, you got that walk like between there and Jason, that little driveway.
But it's across the street.
Oh,
So say if you coming
Of
down,
course, because you have to
What's-
do the drum.
is that what street is that? Is that it may be Dunklin. Say you coming down Dunklin. Ain't that the cross street in front of the school, Dunklin?
yeah.
So yeah, when you get to that stoplight at that intersection where the tennis court is, as soon as you go on across, you see that white band, the white band room right there. Directly across is Elif. It was like it was our journalism building. I ain't never had classes on it.
That's cool.
Oh, we got Coop in here. Shout out to Coop, man. Former Mr. Lincoln. Coop was Mr. Lincoln when I got there. I think he was Mr. Lincoln when I got there. I was on the court too. I was Mr. Junior. 2011, 2012. I did it by default.
Wait,
Shout out
look.
my nigga Sauce.
I have
Put me
a-
in play,
I got-
but I have to
I
do
got
all
a
the
whole
extra
new
shit.
respect for the Royal Court after what I did at the school last
Oh
week.
yeah, bro. It gets
You know,
serious.
I got kudos from the school. I was able to hook up with Brother Jerome Offer
Okay.
and had offer bring
Shout out Square.
HBCU Kings up to the high school I teach at, and it was real dope. And then shout out to Mr. Prairie View A&M University who won the HBCU Kings pageant. Yeah, man. So
Did they do it here this year?
Yeah, it actually was at the
Good.
the Renaissance.
So I'm glad they did it here because generally, I think it's at Lincoln because we had we started
Yeah,
the HBCU
it normally
Kings.
was at Lincoln.
Shout out to Lincoln. I think we the first person that had a HBCU King,
Really?
and then all the schools started doing it. I believe so.
I don't know if they was the first because there was some schools that they were like like one dude was like the 41st Mr. So and so.
Because ours is up there too. Ours pretty high too. I don't know, and I don't want to call me if somebody Coop, if you still watching, you can let me know because I could be wrong. I know we had something or we had the first pageant, but it was always at Lincoln to where Lincoln couldn't compete because we was home. So it's probably been since they moved it to the St. Louis, and I don't know when. I know Sean went. Sean been at all of that since school been around with his mom. But since they do it here now, I believe we got the ability to compete in it to win Mr. HBCU.
Mr. Lincoln was there.
So shout out to that, man.
So it was great. It was a great opportunity, man, to meet. It was about 26 young brothers, ranging, all majors, at least one in every frat. So it was real cool to chop it up with them, and then had them talk to the young men at my school. That was real big, man.
And low key, as somebody who wasn't really with that type of like pageantry type, so which I ain't have to do the pageant because nobody else ran. So my homeboy was like, "Hey, bro, you a junior? I know you got the credit hours." He's like, "Please, nigga, do this with me." And I'm like, "Yeah, I don't know, bro." He was like, "Bro, it's gonna be cool, bro. He's like, "It's for me." I was like, "Fuck it." I was like, "All right, bro, I'll do it." And I did. It was actually a cool experience. It had me learn things I would have never. It got me outside my box. Like I would have never thought to do that. You got to like march in all these parades. I'm in the parade, half sleep in the car. Look, in the whole suit, mind you, Sauce was asleep.
But still sauced up.
Look, bro, look, Sauce was asleep. He is behind us. I'm in a SUV, so I can go to sleep. Can't nobody see me. This nigga's in a drop top convertible with the top down, head, mouth wide open, just knocked out in the back because we was too turned up the night before. We had to walk through like the middle of the field. Like during the football game and shit at halftime while the band just going off. Oh no, I was at the beginning. Man, I walked up through there. I was so drunk. Because I left from the parade and went to the crib and got drunk and walked through that field.
Most events was done.
Yeah. Shout out. But I think 95% of them at Lincoln was. Shout out to college, period. Everybody should have had a wonderful experience. Listen, college drinking is why I really don't fuck with liquor the way I do now.
You know what,
bro? I'd have had some nights. Look, this is my best friend since we linked. We literally linked on some like it was like Method Man and Red Man on How High. It was literally one of them moments. We was at the same house with two separate people, and niggas was like, "What y'all doing?" I try to match. We was like, "Oh shit!" I knew the other dude. I seen him around. Ever since then, I was like, "Shit, let's change up, nigga. You blow, I blow." We've been rocking tough. We've been rocking tough since this was 09. We both look. No, it's before that. A year before. Yeah, because I'm the college baby dude. So my child done been to more classes than some of my friends. He damn near. He low key deserve his own Lincoln degree. Damn near. He spent a lot of time in some classes watching Paw Patrol and whispering real loud. You gotta do what you gotta do, man. But before we get too far into this, man, I gotta clap it up when I find the right mouse. I know we went over a debate yesterday. Is it mice or mouses?
I think
I thought we settled that about 70 years ago.
I think it's mice.
With two of them up here at the same time.
You have two mice.
But
two mouses. It gotta be two
I
mouses.
guarantee you, it's a whole bunch of college credits in this room.
Look,
we are stuck.
But look, that's one of them like hits blunt. If I got two mouses, are they mouses or is them niggas mice?
But the definition only applies to animals.
But that's what we said last episode. But I ain't never heard that.
Like it's not necessarily just applied to animals. It's plural.
Correct.
So the plural of mouse is mice.
I agree.
And it's like when I see a whole bunch of mice running, why can't I say, "Damn, it's hella mouses in here"?
See, I wondered this though, like mooses. That's where I was gonna go.
Yeah, how you got moose?
No,
that's what.
The plural of moose
is moose.
Like if you see, like you walk in a room and it's five, you walk in the field and it's five moose out there. It's five.
It's one moose, two moose, red moose, blue moose.
So a moose can be moose, but mouse can't be mouse.
But like for example, you got a goose. If you have multiple gooses, it's geese, right? But moose, multiple mooses.
Why it ain't
is not
meese?
mooses. It's moose.
But
This is
Like-
this is why the English language is
Hey,
hard for
hey,
everybody else
yeah.
because that shit don't
Have you
make no
seen that?
sense.
Have you seen that video with Gallagher where he say
B-O-M-B.
B-O-M-B? It's bomb.
Yeah,
C-O-M-T-O-M.
cone. Then you go T-O-M-B, tune.
Tune.
What the fuck? All these got different. That look.
The
you know,
fact that there's 3 theirs.
look, we having stuff like that is the same reason why you can buy Minute Maid juice in a bottle, Minute Maid juice in a can, and Minute Maid juice in a carton, and all 3 of them taste like a different juice.
It's different
I only
world.
want the one
Bruh.
in the carton.
Michael.
Yeah, I was gonna say
I only
carton.
want the one in the
I only drink the one in the carton because the other ones
It
taste.
right.
It tastes like Prairie Farm with a sprinkle of bougie, and I don't fuck with them, y'all. No whatsoever.
She said English is not intuitive.
It is not. It makes no sense, and I think low key, I'm finna just learn somebody else shit and move because I'm tired of it.
Yeah.
So pass.
Yeah.
What's Black History Fact this week?
Oh man, well, in honor of this episode really being about HBCU marching bands, I had to give a little bit of knowledge about the father of HBCU marching bands, William P. Foster, known as the maestro from Florida A&M University. This man literally, I ain't gonna say single-handedly because there was parts of all things that, you know, different schools like Tuskegee was one of the first groups to have majorettes, you know, but the show style of marching bands that we see when we go to HBCU football games and classics, that comes from William P. Foster, literally the trendsetter. So shout out to Foster. And the one thing I love is that Florida A&M has not really changed from the stuff that Foster did. Foster said we don't need dancers, and they still to this day don't have dancers. You
I didn't even
so-
know that. That's
yeah.
crazy.
And that's been a
Like
hot topic too.
Yeah, actually, there was a student-led group called Venom will perform at games like sitting off to the side, but they're not officially members of the band and they do not perform on the field at all.
Damn, that's crazy.
So yeah,
I
man,
wonder why he felt the need for that. Why nobody, or why it's like everybody like, fuck it, we sticking to what
I think
he
it was,
said.
his thing was always about music and the show versus sex, and when you think about it, majorettes is really what they're selling is sex. You know, they giving you that sex appeal during the show. Shout out, I don't know if y'all know this, but shout out to our worthy brother John McIntosh. His wife was a founder of Mahogany in Motion, which is the dancers for Morehouse College. Yeah,
That's dope.
so
I
shout
did
out
not
to
know
Sister
that.
Joelle.
Shout
She
out
was a
Sister
founder
Joelle.
of Mahogany in Motion. Yeah,
That's look, the more you know.
but she was a student at Spelman, man. That's
That's
one of those
hella dope.
things. Yeah,
I did not know that. That's hella dope, man. So shout out to that wonderful Black History
yeah.
Fact from Past. Shout out my brother Nando STL,
Fayetteville State in the house. I see
Fayetteville
you, bro.
State Marching Band. He was on the drum line out there.
I think they're called the Bronco Express.
We were talking about it when he come on the show. He was on the drum line when Blueface was the starting quarterback at Fayetteville.
There must have been a time to be in North Carolina.
And that was the Blueface, like we don't know till today. But it's just like that's crazy to know he was their starting quarterback. I heard he was cold. He was their starting quarterback.
Yeah, I went and looked up his stats. He wasn't that bad.
And Nando was on the drum line at the same time. Look, the more you know.
Hey.
It's crazy shit you find out.
Shout out Fayetteville State.
Shout out to North Kakalaki. I used to spend my summers up there.
As a matter of fact, we might have to do a trip to CIAA one weekend. You know, if y'all ain't never been to CIAA.
I heard it's lit.
Like, you know, most HBCU fans don't really rock with basketball. You know, we football fans.
Right?
You know,
Oh,
but
CIAA
if
is
you ever get a
different,
chance,
I heard.
CIAA is lit.
It's like the All-Star game of
No, it's
Negroes.
actually it's in Baltimore.
Okay.
And so
Baltimore. Okay.
it's basically their conference basketball tournament. But they bring all the schools, all the bands, parties out the yin yang. Like it's a dude named Mr. CIAA be dressed in like a peach 3-piece suit, straight pimping, and be walking around.
Sound like
"That's
some
Mr.
old
CIAA."
nigga. I've been doing this since doing it was doing.
Yeah.
Well,
So
you know what, old nigga, I like that.
because you know every school, if you no matter what HBCU you attend, you got the one person and be like, you went there, you know so and so. Like LU, I'm sure y'all got somebody like that. You know, like at TSU, his name was Proctor. Like if your ass went to TSU, you know Proctor.
Ours was, you got either Big Doug,
Oh, Duke in the band.
Oh yeah.
Everybody knew Big Duke.
But that, if you was in the band, a lot of the motherfuckers who wasn't a part of it, that nigga used to
Duke
kick.
used to be in
Duke got the only leather
Duke used to
KK
be-
side vest I've ever
Duke
seen
is
in my
the
life.
Old band dude.
And this nigga's like 6'5", 6'6",
55, 60.
but he hella cool. We also, if you got that one random person, who you think would be the brand? Ours would be Legendary Dre. Like
Jay wasn't random though. Jay was in the band.
he was, but it was like you know, he said that one person everybody know
Oh yeah,
at the
everybody
school,
knew Dre, though.
Legendary Dre.
Everybody,
Like
everybody shout out
he
Dre.
was like a
Shout out
nigga from the
Legendary
70s, but in the 2000s.
Facts.
Like
Man,
he gave me the
man
vibe
had
of somebody.
style.
He had a style
Man
of.
style.
I'm like, but I feel like you grew up like at one. Your first word was jive turkey. Like he gave me that type of vibe. He was a coolest fan. Legendary motherfucking Dre, man. But we got my wonderful time of the show. Shout out Latosha. That's my birthday twin from Lincoln. Shout out to her. My wonderful time we call the Numerology Corner, where I'll pass around our wonderful collection plate and provide thoughts of what comes with the number.
And as a
of
matter
today.
of fact, brother, you got to be like the pastor who walked down the aisle and smacked the motherfucker who was asleep in the church. I don't know. If
I want to say that
video.
motherfucker like TD Jakes.
That motherfucker walked down.
So wallow. I can't believe that nigga said that shit like that.
Have you ever been?
So wallow. We been walking around school saying that shit to the staff.
Hey,
You ever been over? He sounded like he had like his stomach was hurting up there. He's like, I gotta finish this shit up so I can get down and go boo boo. Shit was crazy,
Y'all ever
man.
notice every time they put the camera on TV, he got covered in sweat.
I be like, damn,
hey,
nigga.
he looked like a burnt ham.
He looked like
That's what he look
if you took a chocolate bar and set it out in the heat and that motherfucker just started slowly melting, that's TD Jakes.
If you
He looked
had
like he
Christmas
withers
ham,
away.
You had Christmas ham, that motherfucker. You see the glaze on it. That's TD Jakes right there.
That 275 for 6 hours.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
nigga lost all that
You
weight.
cut that motherfucker. It's nice and
Look,
right.
he had
up.
lost all that weight, started looking like brown. And it was just,
did,
he
man.
started looking
He
like
did.
brown. I was like, but then, no, that's TD. Goddamn TD Jakes. But, like I said, our numerology corner is me taking I use my favorite website, sunsigns.org. I skim through, read what I want to because be hella stuff on there. I don't want to read it all. But it gives you different things just pertaining to numbers. So I go by the number of the episode. And as number 25, the meaning says that all your actions should conform to the real purpose of life. You should be able to raise yourself above all obstacles. I truly believe that. And from my opinion of it, it's just like, man, no matter what is thrown your way, you gotta get through it.
This nigga Kobe got fans.
Oh yeah, Kobe lit. Kobe lit on this motherfucker. Shout out to EJ. Shout out to my boy Soy Sauce. His real name is Matthew Moore, y'all, but we call him, he Korean and black. We've been calling him Soy Sauce since we met him. I know it's a little wrong when you think about it. Niggas like that's racist.
EJ that played the tuba?
No, this is I do a lot of videos with him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, he wouldn't know. He was more after us, Lincoln. We was there, but by that time you wouldn't have known probably who EJ was.
Because in 09, y'all had EJ up there Lincoln playing
Man,
tuba.
09, man, tuba line was deep in 09, man. We had like 12 tubas.
Because you know all my
That's deep.
Yeah.
y'all know I'm old, right? So back in 07 was my first band job. I was assistant band director at Soldierbyblood. So I had Rob Hill, I had Marissa, EJ,
Shout out, Rob.
Flash, all them. Man.
Oh, I'm like, I know somebody named Rob.
that Rob.
You saying him? I'm not thinking his full last
Oh,
name.
yeah.
I just seen that nigga the other day. Shout out my nigga Lil Rob, man.
Yeah, buddy.
That's my nigga, man. Pass.
Yeah.
What's pissing you off this week?
What's pissing me off this week? I'm getting tired of social media, man. I'm tired of the comments. You know,
I'll be turning them shits off.
you know, I'm just at that point where I get on there. I don't care what it is. I just be over it. Like the amount of stupid shit that it said behind, you know, Twitter fingers and Instagram
Twitter's a
comments and all
wild
that.
place.
I'm just over it. Like
Bruh.
I realize my mental health be going bad because I be like, this motherfucker here. And then I find myself in these long ass debates.
Oh yeah, niggas.
I was just in
man,
one
getting me like
yesterday over Freemasonry.
Oh, see, I'll stay away from them. I'm a troll, bro.
I'm a
I-
troll.
I roll up.
I
I ain't gonna lie. Sorry for the folks watching. My favorite pastime is trolling white people on social media and they racist rants. I love my whole goal is to make you call me a nigga. And once I hear it, I'll be like, thank you. I just want to see how long it was gonna take you. I timed it. It was 25 minutes. It's my favorite thing. So I mean, how you get into an argument over?
You know,
what do you say?
I put on Facebook that, you know, I had my HBCU shirt. I was smoking me a stogie, so I was like, you know, I'm in a group for people that had locks. So I was like, hey, shout out to all the people that's locked, whether you know, in the Masonic family or the D9 family. I'm getting all these comments, all the Sarahs, all the friends, all what up, bro, what up, Square. I'm like, oh, this is love. I'm up to 200 comments.
You out there?
I'm like, shit, I like this. I just started some shit.
Right.
This motherfucker say, you know, it's all witchcraft, right?
Oh shit! It's always that one motherfucker.
Sold the soul to the devil.
And I didn't look. I looked at her, and the first of all, no offense, I know my wife watching, but no offense, she was fine. So I didn't really want to go in at first. I was just like, well, sister, you know, to each his own. But this conversation literally called for people that was either D9 or Masonic fan.
They be like,
You're neither.
I got to say something.
You know,
That's why I don't give.
but she decided to go in. It was like, well, you know, you gave your life to the devil.
When? Tell me when I joined the Masonic Order, I gave my life to the devil. I always tell people when I be talking to homeboys, they be kind of interested off what they hear. My first thing that I mentioned is what he told me, because this was the person that got me in. And he was like, you know me. You know how we rock. I'm not finna put you in no type of situation that go against anything I know you believe or anything that'll make you question our friendship. And I never had no crazy reserve to shit. And I ain't even, it was just like,
do it for a while.
yeah, I mean,
You was like, man, I'm cool.
I'll do it. Like, I knew I wanted to, but it's like, it ain't no rush. When the time come, the time come. But when I was talking to homeboys, they was like, oh, nah, bro, I heard X, Y, and Z. I was like, well, you know me. That should be your number one indication. You can't say, well, I heard about the devil stuff. I'm like, when have you known me to speak that I worship the devil? Because most people that do that, not that they going around blatantly saying it, but they don't have no problem in letting it be known that this is what I am into, X, Y, and Z.
Right.
The same way somebody who believes in God don't have a problem letting it be known. Me too.
Like in the bar talking to somebody.
I'm an atheist.
Satanist.
I'm like, oh, okay.
I actually ran across my
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, more power to you. What you do is what you do. I ain't gonna pray for you, and you don't pray for me, and we good at that point. I mean, it was a girl at Lincoln. One, and it was this girl at Lincoln, one from Chicago, and she was just one of them people like you tell, like, I'm gonna pray for you. She's like, don't do that, because if I say I'm gonna pray for you, you know what I believe in. You ain't gonna like that. I was like, touche. I'm not gonna pray for you. You don't need to, but you gotta respect people like that. It's like I know where you at with it. Look, and that's what it was just like.
I mean, she got you real quick. She like, hey, in case you run across somebody else, don't say it.
Yeah,
It might not be as kind as I am.
yeah. It's just, it was like but you don't know what people believe in, so just automatically tell somebody I'm gonna pray for you, depending on what they belief is, may rub somebody the wrong way. Because like, nigga, I don't know who you pray to, because that ain't who I'm rocking with. So I was like, all right, that's you. Do your thing. That ain't got nothing to do with me. But bro, I try not to, unless I'm trolling people. I'll notice myself. Like I posted something on the Shade Room the other day. I forgot I even posted the shit. I got all these comments and shit, all because I miswrote one thing. I put her instead of him because I'm typing too fast. I'm reading one thing while I'm typing. Boy, I got all you dumbass, you can't comprehend. I was like, man, let me delete this before I go in here and start talking bad to people. Because when I got free time, it's like that. I'll roll up, kick my feet up, and we finna have a time tonight.
Wake up in a mood.
I'll be sending her shit.
Yeah, I'm like,
the troll out the two of us. Kayla, she won't respond for the most part.
I ain't gonna respond.
oh no, most shit I'll just look at it. I just be like, oh okay. I always send people, oh okay.
Right.
At that point, are you arguing with yourself now?
When people get mad about like actual serious stuff, I don't even.
Oh yeah, I'm like, bro.
But if it's something goofy,
Especially over something you post.
The motherfucker, oh you bitch ass nigga. I'm like, bro, how you get all that?
and like
You that mad?
Later, but
You at the crib, bro? Look, I had a whole. Oh yeah.
Yeah, and see that's the
I
thing.
will debate about some.
Now-
Oh no, shit you truly believe in. It's like, bro, we could do this all day.
I think
think
Oh, I
it's
got one the
bad
other day, you
HBCU
fucking
series.
coon. I was like, how did you get that from what else? Nothing I said had to do with a black or white thing. I sent her back. I was like, bitch, what the fuck is you talking to? And I was like, no, I'm finna block her because she gonna reply and we're just gonna keep going back. And she was like that Manny Fresh stud. So I was like, bro, nah, you look like Manny Fresh. We're not finna do this because you gonna get mad and I'm finna start
You mean
clowning
aunt
on you.
uncle?
Your auntie. Your auntie. She was tripping, man.
Shout out, hey man, shout out to Kobe. You got fans, man.
Oh, yeah, it's lit on here. We got the band in this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Shout out my nigga Keno.
Shout out Keno, man.
Shout
How
out
was
to
that
good
gumbo,
brother.
man? How was that
My
gumbo?
nigga Keno Willer.
Keno can't get some gumbo from me last
Man,
night.
shout out to the good bro. Hey, you know, man, seeing the both of you here, man, makes me feel special, man. Both
It feels
y'all,
good.
y'all represent both my years in the seat, man.
Oh, yeah.
You know that. Hey, y'all represent
It's a
both
good
my
time.
years in the seat, man.
I was a pretty cool candidate.
Hey, you was all right.
I was pretty
You
cool.
all right.
I
You
was pretty cool. I was
pretty damn
decent.
good, man. I give it to you.
I can learn
Hey,
a
wait,
little
look.
bit.
Kobe held this line down because this line truly has some fucked up shit.
Oh,
going
no, yeah. Me and him
Kobe-
talk about outside.
Kobe could have damn near been a solo.
You section leader?
So,
Oh, no, no.
Oh, no, we're talking about.
So we're talking- we're all Masons.
We all Masons.
Oh,
Yeah, so we're all
Sorry,
Masons.
we broke off.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
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 I was
so-
section leader though.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like you was
Drum
the
Mason High
band
School.
director.
So when I was master of the lodge, or president of the lodge, my first year in the seat, I brought this brother in,
Okay.
and my second year as president of master, we brought this brother in. So yeah, don't let Kobe spread misinformation.
You know he good for it.
Boy,
Hey,
she
hey.
be going hard on
Was
me.
she mad about the Mardi Gras shit today?
I
Was
don't
she
know.
one of the ones?
I don't know if she want to. No, I don't think.
Oh,
she
yeah.
mad.
When she go in, she go.
Hey man, shout out Red, man. When I started Maddox House, man, she gave me my first event. Shout out.
Oh, no, real good people,
Shout
man.
out.
She just gonna hand it to you.
Oh yeah.
If you say anything she ain't fucking with, you go. And she like, nigga, she's like, you find somebody that got time.
I'm a behave.
Oh, my mama got you. Well,
Okay. It's that time for your favorite
my
part
favorite
of the show.
part of the show,
Let's get to it.
sneaker of the week. As everybody know, I am a shoe fanatic. I try to not buy a lot of shoes. Told myself this year,
He needs, AA.
I do. My thing is, you only need AA once you start neglecting your responsibilities. My bills be paid and everything else my kids taken care of. It's my time. I'm gonna buy me something, which I did today. It was unbeknownst to me, but
Just about every day.
yeah, it is. I try not to do too much. I'm already like 8 pairs this year. So yeah, I
I'm
know.
a jersey
You
collector.
some
So I
that's
feel
it.
Every day you buy.
Yeah. But see, I be finding these sales.
Cop these.
Yeah, I know.
Shoe extraordinaire.
It's a problem. I know. I ain't got.
Well, I
No,
mean,
man, ain't no
everybody-
problem. It's a hobby, man.
Bruh, it's like once you get that problem.
Look. Hey, look.
And look, I'm getting back into my jersey game. I used to have hellas. What'd you say?
I said you spend 200 on shoes. I spend 200 on a fishing pole. Yeah, no problem.
It's not. I learned in life, you got to do the things that make you happy. Because I was one of the people, I would spend money on other people. Come to me, I was like, no, I don't need it. I don't need it.
Yeah.
And my girl was like, hey, nigga, treat yourself.
'Cause I'm very.
You need to treat yourself. If you got it and all your responsibilities is taken care of, why not? And she good for it.
Hey, I gotta admit, both of us have people at home who literally tell us to do
Like,
stuff.
nigga, do something for
You know
you.
what I'm saying? That's important.
Shout it out, ladies.
You know, shout
Shout
out
out
to
our
the
ladies.
As a matter of fact, next week I might do something nice. I'm gonna sing on the show for
Oh.
my wife next week.
We gonna get
I'm
an
gonna break out
R&B
my
selection.
Luther drums.
Loofah.
Big Luther.
He's bringing you loofah.
I'm fat.
A medley.
So you have to be big loose.
Sometimes you gotta do a medley of big to little Luther, all at one good time. Man. But I always like to show y'all what I do got. These ain't nothing special. I got my mauve Jordan 1s on today. It's a wonderful shoe to me. I like it. It wasn't a big thing everybody wanted, but I thought they was fire the first time I saw them. Then I saw this matching fleece sweater, and it was like a blessing in disguise with the matching hat. Everything going good together. But my shoe of the week, which I was actually trying to save for next week, but it ended up being a shock drop today, which is a random drop on, well, it's supposed to be random, but niggas be finding out the information to tell the world so we can all be prepared for it, because if it was random, most niggas won't be ready for it. But it is the Air Jordan 4 Retro Reimagined Breads, which has a technical release date on 2/17, which is the, if I'm not incorrect, the 35th It's either 31st or 35th. I know them a wide range of numbers in between, but it's somewhere in that one. Anniversary of that shoe, as well as it's dropping on Jordan's 61st birthday. So 217 is Michael Jordan's birthday. Man, shout out to the GOAT. But the Air Jordan 4 bread reimagined bro, he makes $770K a day off Jordan bread. A day. Nigga, just give me 1 day of what you make, and I'll be good. And I'll be good.
Yeah.
But look, that's how you build some shit to let it do what it's supposed to do. He ain't never. He's in the crazy part. He's on Jordan 38.
Yeah.
At this point in
He
time,
hasn't stopped making shoes.
he ain't stopped making the numbers. Then you got the Team Jordan brand. Then you got the team.
Wearing a 38.
Something. If you a sneakerhead, you like them.
Or if you are like I think once he got to like the third, like especially like the late 20s and 30s,
like
they're actually basketball shoes.
They like really hoop.
Yeah,
I mean,
really for
but the
hooping.
crazy part is, all of these are for hooping too. But
Yeah.
they're more stylish now, and they're not. I don't understand what he was doing to hoop with them shits. Because if you walk in a couple of these shoes,
Well, if you watch The Last Dance, you saw
hell
what
no.
If you watch The Last Dance, you saw what happened when he wore some Jordan 1s and actually went and played the game.
Oh yeah, bro, he gonna fuck himself
Like
up. There.
he had his feet was bleeding.
But they keep 4-5 pairs of shoes in the back.
I was a fan
To-
of the 11s. Them real sturdy.
Low key, them probably and low key the newer 11s ain't as sturdy. That's the bad part. The prices went up, but the quality ain't as strong as it used to be. Because my bread 11s that I need to get like fixed, they the 2012 version, but I bought them in 2015, and you could barely see creases on the toe bar. Like the patent leather was strong.
Right.
The ones that just dropped on Christmas, about 3 steps in them. I've only worn them twice since December 11th, or whenever I got them on the shock drop. And they got little creases, and I'm like, damn, bro, I don't remember my shit creasing this fast. And I had to pull them out. But I'm like, the creases on here look like I've had these shoes for damn near 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
Why do these look like, they don't look horrible, but it's just like, they creasing up too fast. They let me know y'all not putting the same effort y'all used to put in back in the day.
Even though I will admit, them 11s that the UNC 11s was getting ready to come out.
Oh, the Columbias.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get those.
Those came out. Those from the 98. If I ain't incorrect, it's from the 98 or 99 All-Star game when they had like the blue jersey and it had like that older like retro, because they was in San Antonio. That's why I had that the retro designs. Yep.
Yeah.
So he wore them Jordans in them game. That was they debuted. So I'm definitely grabbing them this Christmas. So yeah.
For me, it's retro NBA jerseys for me. The new jerseys, I just feel like they're kind of plain.
They are.
Yeah.
They don't
But
have no
the
creativity
old-
in them.
Man, you see everybody rocking that 90s Houston Rockets.
What's your favorite retro jersey?
Oh, probably the Magic or the Raptors.
I
I like the rap.
You know who mine low key is?
Now-
I got one. I got a
Yeah.
my girl bought a two-tone old school Raptors Vince Carter joint. So I got the retro. It's purple on one side, red on the other side.
A lot of people want that, can't even find it.
I ain't gonna lie.
But look, go to MitchellandNess.com
Yeah, Mitchell and Ness.
or low key all the way NBA. They starting to bring them out now. So NBA.com, Fanatics.com. It's always a random 25%, 30% off sale on there. Fanatics, I'll stay. And the crazy part, they all using the same warehouse because if you look at the size differences on each one, they're always marked the same way. But
I would love a Seattle Supersonics jersey.
them was my favorite one was my favorite was the
Like, you
Vancouver
find me
Grizzly jersey. The Vancouver Grizzly jersey
That's a nice one.
with the like when Sharif Abdul Rahim was on there. Shit was tough, man.
They had Big Country. Brian Reeves on that.
That was a big slave catcher looking white boy.
With the I'm gonna call you nigga haircut.
Bruh, he had that I've already called the cops.
He had that
Doesn't matter what you say.
he had that me myself and Irene cut.
I was just he look. I'm
Got 3
hollering.
black sons at home.
Hey.
I'm hollering, man. But look, y'all, like I said, grab those reimagined bread 4s on 217 if you want them. I got a long spiel to them. I don't even really feel like reading it, to be honest. But y'all know the details. It's a wonderful shoe. Came out in 2019. And for those wondering why I got the reimagined in it, it is because they're taking retro silhouettes and switching up the material. So that shoe usually is a suede nubuck shoe, but now it's all leather.
Okay.
And so they completely switched it up differently. It's a 4, which now got the, if you saw like the SB4s that dropped over in, I think it was May or March. That's and SB is the skateboarding division of Nike, which they make shoes a little more comfortable to wear. That's how they did those 4s, and that's the model going for every Jordan 4 going forward from now. So shout out to Jordan, Nike, and Jordan brand. I'm glad I got my pair, so I ain't got to wake up on the 17th to worry about that. But those who do need it, get them. Hella raffles, all that good shit, all that good stuff, and some more. But Pass, you want to do our musical break?
Yeah, I say who? Oh, I see. Yeah, go ahead. Let that song that you got getting ready.
Okay.
So this year, I got a chance to see the amazing Human Jukebox from Southern University twice. I got a chance to see them at the beginning of the season when they played Alabama State on the Labor Day Classic, and also got to see them the last game. Yeah,
that was a battle, man.
Got a chance to see them at the last game against the Bayou Classic, and one of my favorite songs that they did this year. My wife is a huge Janet Jackson fan. Huge Janet Jackson.
My mom is a huge
so they did.
Janet Jackson fan.
Yes, we were actually. My wife and I had a rule when it came to the Janet Jackson concert. We had a serious conversation with each other. We sat down face to face, poured a glass of wine, and said, "Hey, if you get pulled on stage or if I get pulled on stage, just know we're gonna embarrass each other."
Oh yeah.
Because if Janet pulled me on stage and strapped me to that thing, I don't care that I'm 40.
I'll fuck around and
I'm busting.
I'll fuck around and faint. I'll fuck around and pass out before she even touched mine. If she'd have did me like that nigga, she did back in her prime.
Exactly.
Boy, first of all, you look at dude, I was like, I don't know, he may not like women, so he may be cool, but he was still like, nigga was finna. I'd have been up there like, I'd have been with Janet.
I'd have been like this.
See that?
Janet, do you feel it?
Wada came. You gotta go to a Janet. You gotta go to a Janet Jackson concert in sweats. Like Janet, the real is gonna come out tonight. Don't call me on this motherfucker. I'm coming in that motherfucker with hooping shorts under my pants. They're like, "Sir, you had jeans on you." I was prepared, nigga. Just like I've been waiting for a game of 32.
You got a breakaway suit.
Breakaway suit, nigga. I'm ripping them hoes off. And Janet, she gonna get the anytime in any place in this motherfucker for real.
And I told my wife, I said, I will not think that you're bi or anything, but if Janet do it, baby, do it. Do it.
Boy, I'll be sitting out there
Me,
crying.
my fantasies will be met forever.
I'm mad as you. I'm like, I'm happy for you, but goddamn, I'm like, why you ain't?
I'd be like,
why you ain't do half her time?
And let me smell her on you right quick.
Like,
Soon as she would have picked, I'll be like, we a combo. We come together. Like this. Oh, my mom, I'm finna frame that motherfucker.
When I say my wife is a real Janet fan, my birthday present to her was her recreating Janet Jackson album covers. So she actually went in. We had a young lady on the show last year.
Esther.
Shout out to Esther Moore. She does like cosplay.
Mm-hmm.
So my wife went and she did every individual, had to do her hair, makeup, everything, so she could recreate every album cover. But Southern University, dope. I don't know who their arranger is, but sir, your pen game is fire.
Dr. Taylor.
You know, and
there we go.
Y'all about to hear this Southern University anytime, any place. Don't go have no babies during ethnic issue more. Me and Nico are done paying child support.
Nico ain't paying none. So I'm definitely not gonna start now. God damn it. Shout out to my child. I know he ain't watching because your ass better not be. That means you up and you doing. I don't even know how you found it. To be honest, like man, he be on YouTube though. The kids be finding I hate them kids at school finding my TikTok. I work with elementary kids, and they came in here, Mr. A. Yeah. We found your TikTok page. I was like, "What's your name?" Because I'm finna go through and block every. All I had to do was.
Did they tell you?
No, because they done but added me. Yeah. Once they added me, I found the one kid in my list, and I just went through their followers. I go through the next one followers. I block them last. I go through all your followers first, then I block you to make sure I ain't getting nobody. And I was just like, bro, stop mentioning. And I wasn't even doing nothing on there, but showing shoes and skating. They're like, we didn't know you could skate. I'm like, cause nigga, you ain't never go to skate rink with me. So that's why. And I'm like, y'all make
they find out.
They find out everything. All that one on
first and second this year, and like they don't necessarily find out everything. Like they can't figure out what's going on in your personal life, but they are so observant.
Oh no,
I think we all work at a school.
All of us in education. I teach high school. I've been teaching high school 20 years.
Cool.
Man, the worst thing in the world is when not the kids find me, when their parents find me.
Oh yeah, somebody mama found me on
Like,
TikTok.
the parents be like, add it, and I'm like, I'm like, that name looks familiar.
Like, I'm sure
And
I've
then
seen
I
some
go through
paperwork
the pictures a little bit before I accept.
I'm like,
I'm like, motherfucker, I know.
yeah, I knew it.
Block.
I would never add my son's teachers.
Like I ain't never even
Oh.
tried to. Hell, my son don't even keep the same teacher long enough for me to even find them. He's on his 4th teacher, 7th grade this year.
Damn,
4th teacher, bro.
They dropping like flies.
And I'm talking about this include one of the teachers switching out that grade to go teach their class, and something the principal had to go teach their class.
Wow.
Like this first time it's happened at their school. It's got to be. I mean, bro, them kids. And the crazy part, he go to a private. It ain't even that many. It's pre-K through 8, like P3 through 8th grade. It ain't even 300 kids in that whole school. But them little kids be turned clearly. Because they had one teacher quit like the first day, second day. He was like,
kindergarten make a teacher quit in her 4th day.
Hey, my school. Wait, look, my school was on the news today, so shit, I can't talk.
shit,
about
our second day, I go to my school over here.
St. Louis Public School.
I'm at SFS.
Okay, I'm at SSD.
Yeah, I'm over here on the south side. Like, hell, our second day of school, PKTA got robbed at gunpoint by an 11-year-old. Bro, the shit was crazy. She was crazy. She was coming out her car from lunch, and we always tell her like, because she's from another country. So I'm like, look, ma'am, you on the south side. Stop kicking it in your car in the parking lot. Like, even though we on school grounds, I'm like, you can see where our school is at. You can walk around the block and know you in the hood. So I'm like, hey, I know you don't understand. She from like one of them like 3rd world countries, like close to Iran. And maybe that was, I'm like, you probably done seen some shit too. And she just be happy, bro. She don't care about shit. Them kids don't bother. She be in there hollering. But I heard school, she came from like, they could whoop kids.
You got that shit.
Oh, man, bro, that shit happened. I get a phone. I'm in the room. I get a phone. The principal comes because I'm a building sub, but I run the in-school room. I do the tech at the school. I do pretty much everything.
You got like the utility.
Yeah, bro, I do everything up in that mud.
That's what I did. I started the beginning of this year as a float.
Okay.
And then once we got our numbers up, then I moved into a classroom.
Okay.
I'm a TA right now.
Okay.
So that's where I'm at right now. But at the beginning of the year, I mean, my schedule used to look different every day. Cover this room for an hour, go to this next room, just do lunch breaks in there, ride out this room with
oh yeah, they ain't running me. They be trying to run me right.
Like,
so what I do, and we do the same thing, because I got him on, and it was like, when I don't got no, like, if every teacher's there, I'm just at school. Yeah. Like, I'll be in there chilling. I do in school, so I got a room to be in. I'll be in there watching podcasts. And if somebody bring their iPad in and they fix, I'll walk around the school. I'll pop in the lunchroom. Classes I know where it's more problematic kids, I kind of come just stand in the door and stare at them for a little bit. I don't even say no. I just look. They be like, all right, man. They just chill out. Like, stop doing stuff.
They start sitting down.
Baby, and that is the crazy part. Like, but when the teachers are gone, I got to cover that class the whole day. Do everything they need me to do and all that. But kids is worse, bro. And they ain't worse on their own. Their parents are more worse than they are. And that is why they are the worst person that they've developed into. But before we get to tangent on these kids, man, we about to go to a quick. It will, bro. We be here for 2 hours talking about kids.
Talking about what piss you off.
Yeah, dog. And the good thing about my school, one of them just left. Shout out my El Capital, Pablo Ramos. He was our first grade teacher. He just actually moved to Okinawa, Japan.
Oh, he moved there.
Yeah, he in the military. Oh, yeah. But he's a teacher in the military, so he teaches third grade on a military base in Japan. And he had been working. Like, I was one of the few.
I thought he just went out.
Oh no, bro, he moved. He left.
My cousin just moved out there. His wife was in the Navy.
He left 2-3 weeks ago.
They're getting ready for military action.
Oh well, yeah.
That's what that is. You know, we're at especially after that strike last week or earlier this week, that we're preparing for military action. So they getting ready to pull it, because I got a student who is in the reserves,
right?
And they called him and was like, hey, you might get. They're getting ready to start calling people.
Like,
he's like, I'm still in high school.
Like, damn, nigga, I can't finish school.
Like, that's a decision that you made.
Right, yeah.
That's why I wouldn't have signed no dotted line. Y'all niggas ain't getting me. But see, that's the good thing. He did it because he's solely there for education.
Yeah.
So, and his wife was a teacher at our school too. She switched to do something else. She moved back here. I think she do first grade now.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, that's love. And I was like, bro, the difference experience you're gonna have from these kids we was dealing with who don't have no discipline or structure at home to kids whose whole life is built on discipline and structure. I'm like, you ain't finna have this hollering in class and getting into it with you. It's like, nah, bro, you finna have kids sitting in there attentive when you get there.
Right.
All of that with parents who was like, hey,
Yeah, you 2 minutes late. They're like, you're late. Class started at 0800.
facts. Like, so I'm gonna hit him up one day, man. Got the email, but shout out to bro. But man, yeah, we're gonna go on our quick commercial break.
Yeah.
This is episode 25. Ethnic issue more crank that ish.
Get a Jeep, man.
So anytime, any place.
Janet Jackson.
Oh, yeah, you still see?
Huh?
Can you still see?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they can see.
Hold on.
Hey, it's funny. Southern band directors. No other band directors just them motherfuckers know. Oh, the pigs.
Yep.
And when I first started smoking weed, like for real in high school, I would sit there and listen to bad music and cry, bro. Swear to God, me and the homies, like, tears just started flowing.
Hey, music is beautiful. You had some shit hit your soul. You like, damn,
I
I
just started smoking, so weed had like that effect.
that heightened
Young.
effect.
Yeah, I was just high. And it was just, everything was funny back then, but it was just like, bro, this shit beautiful, bro. This shit beautiful, bro. I swear to God, bro. Like that Rihanna umbrella. Me and my homie Ralph. Only full nigga looking, but he's Jewish. He's a Jew. His family are Jewish, but he got not dreads, but he got the braids down. Yeah. Like 6'2", a nigga, but straight Jewish. We're going to the crib. It's the Hanukkah, the 11 on the table and stuff. At his house.
My wife listening. She's listening to the show. She's like, I can hear all y'all talking.
Right here.
The microphone. Man, good. No, the mics ain't. They can't hear us through this, but I can't mute mine, or they're not gonna hear the music. Shit, we finna come in. I could do this other one.
We got a whole bunch of topics.
Hey, turn up. Hit a shabazz at the end of that motherfucker.
Got their own
We
Hiroshima
done,
bomb.
bro.
They got their own
Boy.
Hiroshima bomb.
Shout out to the Hiroshima bomb from Fun Flesh that we utilize every week. But as always, if you're just now tuning in, we are back on episode 25 of season 2, merged season 1 of Ethnic Issue More. Crank that ish. We in the house with the wonderful 314 Midwest Crank Podcast in the building. We got band member, brother of Kappa Kappa, National Honorary I thought you was gonna join me. I was trying to give you the alley oop. I was trying to give you the alley oop. Give you the alley oop. I'm sure somebody yelled at that home. But y'all heard our wonderful music break, as Past Master said. That was from the Human Jukebox, Southern University, when they played Texas Southern, anytime, any place. It's a wonderful, beautiful song if you tapped into. I love some good, and especially when you come from an HBCU who football team doesn't win. You thoroughly start to enjoy music. Shout out to my Lincoln football, but we're not gonna. That's one of them things. It's like you got to call a spade a spade. I don't care what year you win. I haven't heard nobody tell me they had a winning season from Lincoln. I haven't met a person, and if they did, it had to be back in 1866 before football started.
When the niggas in the army was playing.
But I have been there when them niggas had a defeated season. You know, you usually get undefeated, meaning you beat everybody. Defeated means them niggas lost every game.
Including to the high school across the street.
And I've seen. Matter of fact, they just did it. They just did it again recently. Yeah. Then I heard and that's a rumor that I don't know to be true. So Jefferson City Jays got some big burlesque motherfuckers that play on their football team. Mind you, the Jefferson City Jays football field looks better than Lincoln's football field. Yeah, like that shit is. Yeah, that motherfucker is nice. Lincoln, we be losing so bad, we got to sit on the same side as the nigga that's beating our ass. Like, they ain't even, they haven't even invested in putting another set of bleachers on the opposite side for them people. We got to all sit next to each other.
They used to host the track championships.
Yeah, they still do.
I don't understand why we used to.
We got them Jamaicans though.
There's barely any rules.
So it's the state rule when it comes to who can host high school games. So like they get every championship can't go to Mizzou. So like for example, football is played at the football state championship is at Mizzou. Basketball state championship is at Missouri State. So like you might have like archery at Missouri Southern. So it's just the way it work out. And because Lincoln is their best program is track.
Okay.
Shout out to
their national championships.
Like,
Yeah, we dominate.
I'm talking about like most. We also go like import Jamaicans. Like they come there, they be like, "Hey, you want to run track? Cool. Can you serve food? Yes. We got a scholarship for you because they put every Jamaican at our school work for Sodexo in some capacity. Like they all, like every single one. I'm talking from the cook to the motherfucker swiping your car. Like someone was cool. Someone I was like, "Hey, bro, this cat food. Stop acting like you don't have." I'm like, bro, stop acting like I'm trying to walk in the motherfucking Longhorn and eat for free. This shit nasty for one. Let me get my food, bro. No ID, no. Oh man, fuck y'all, bro.
You paid already.
I'm like, and if I get your visa, what you gonna do? Let me get some goddamn food, man. But yeah, shout out to Lincoln and our wonderful defeated team of several seasons of doing so. They can beat y'all up though. Some of them. Everybody can't fight. But we got our wonderful random topics.
Yeah.
And this first one, Past sent me early in the week. And so I'll kind of let him go into it a little bit and kind of explain.
So I seen a video, man, and it was a daughter sent a letter to her mother, basically saying, "Hey, my dad pays $1,900 a month in child support. Every time I ask for something, you tell me no. You use the $1,900 to pay, for the bills in the house and stuff for her little brothers who are not her dad's kids and all that, but she not getting no money." And so she is trying to get her mother to turn, or she's actually, with the help of her dad, trying to get the courts to make her mom give her the money. And
she like what, 6?
She's 16. Like 16. And the mom is like, that's your dad getting in your head. But, as a person who paid child support, I'd be damned if you using my money. It's one thing that you paying the bills of the house. I understand that. My kid got to have a place to live. I understand. But to take care of kids that ain't mine?
With my money?
Like, I'm going to have to come over there and hit you with that, homie, don't play that.
Yeah, and it's like I said, I ain't never gotten to the one. I ain't never had to deal with child support because me and my son, mama, set that up perfect. It wasn't no point to put me on that. Like it wasn't no spiteful thing, and it was just like, I'll take care of my son. I've been there since you had to go to doctor's appointments.
Like two adults.
Yeah, like my number
the
one
way
thing
it
is
should've been.
my
The
number
way it
one thing I
should've
tell people is like, why we gotta get these white folks in our business? And now we sitting up in the room where we already being prejudged because we in here because we couldn't make 2 adult decisions. I'm like, my disdain for you shouldn't have nothing to do with the kid. I don't care if we hate each other. If we need, you got a good life for the long. I'm not saying me and her ain't never had no hate towards each other. For the longest, we just ain't have to deal with each other. His drop-off point was his grandma's house. If I see you there, what's up? But other than that, then as we got older, it's just more. It's like shit. He getting older. My son to be in the 8th grade next year. Like he's straight 2 years from high school, and now it's at the point where it's just like, hey, if you need something like to talk to me about something with him, send them texts. It ain't never one of them like, well, I need you to pay for what he got going on over here. It's like if it's something that involves him and schooling and all that, boom, we'll split the cost. Unless it's just something you took care of. If you want recoup because you ain't telling me, cool. But other than that, we don't have no issues like, hey, I need him this day. Even if it's my week, if you got something going, can I pick him up and keep him? Cool, and vice versa. But if I had to pay money and she was to have other kids, I expect you to take care of your household, but it shouldn't be no issue if my child wants something after normal stuff when I know for a fact the 1900 I provided, and I know if I know how you living, the 1900 I provided, she should not be able to get some of that.
Right.
Like you could talk, well, shit, if it's a kid growing something, the bare minimum, shit, I'll take 500 of it, especially if I'm a working adult.
Right.
Take 500, I'm gonna put it in an account for you. I'm not gonna give you no full credit card to let you do X, Y, and Z. I'll put a limit to what you can do, but we're gonna build this shit up so once you go off to college, if that's your choice, here's your debit card.
And wait, look, I'm not sure what state they in, but hell, in Missouri, your child in college, you still paying.
Yeah.
You're still paying. And so understand that it's I feel like give that kid some of that money at least. You know, I understand, but for you to tell your child you can't have basic shit.
Cause I gotta take care of your brother. Girl, I ain't tell you fucking have them kids.
Shit,
Like,
that sounds like
I ain't asked
like a you problem.
my first thing, like, I ain't asked for no siblings. Like, I didn't tell you to do. I love them, but that was a personal choice that I had to be dubbed with that as well. So,
Mama, it seems like you make bad decisions, Mama.
bad decisions, man. I had to shout out to Northside's very own Sexy Red. She had a baby.
Shout out, Sexy
Oh,
She had a baby yesterday,
Hey.
and if you went on her Instagram and or Twitter, she's by far
That's 3.
the most happiest postpartum woman I've ever seen in my life.
She's what?
Because either it was before the baby came, or I think it was before she had to try to help it go down. She made a whole video in the hospital, standing on the bed, twerking, all type of shit, dancing. She was on brand. There's one thing I can say about her: she stays on brand. She gonna be the hood hottest princess. If that's you, I rock with it. I've been counting as well. True Northside at his finest. So shout out to Newborn. I've seen her videos and her other kid. He seemed to love her a lot. I'm sure he ate the whole moving and grooving because you used to your parent being there every day. Then they become this overnight celebrity that's huge, bigger than what you expect somebody to get to. And I tell people it's crazy. That November, or either end of October, beginning of November, I went to go see Gucci Mane at the pageant, and she was an opening act. This is 2 months before she dropped Pound Town. And it was so much going on. I'm like, bro, niggas was going to get their drinks, all that shit during the time. There was so many people on stage, you could barely hear her and what she was talking about. And then literally 2 months later, she's standing in the middle of a beauty supply store. Let this nigga named Wiki Films shoot a mic performance of her doing a song. And the shit go crazy. That's when you
crazy how fast.
Like, bro, it's like, damn, you always hear, and I know it ain't that, but you hear people like, damn, nigga, do they be planting these people in this situation? Because she been doing this shit for a long time. If you've been, and I ain't even gonna say, her first viral video was her and this little white boy named Vlad. Bro, too. This is crazy. He hit me up like before, a long time ago, but the whole doing the, Vanessa Carlton song, the 1,000 Miles, she did a whole hood version of that shit, walking down the street with a white boy. And that was viral like 8 years ago. And that's when she was in like high school. I ain't know nothing about her, of course, then, but I knew I saw the video.
What high school she go to? Like
Normandy?
Oh,
I think it was Normandy. So it's like, it's on brand.
It's
very on brand. And it's crazy. As a person not from here, I've adapted to the asking the same question. What high school did you go to? You're from here. As soon as I hear, I'm like,
Yeah. I thought
like you ain't even from here. I'm like, but I've been here long enough. She is on brand. And I was like, I was wondering, I'm like, I wonder if she came to the loo to make sure her baby was born in St. Louis. That looked like something she'd do.
Right.
Like, oh yeah, I'm here.
But she's probably not on tour or nothing right now.
Nah, she not. I mean, she ended it, but hey, I went. I don't know if everybody went. I got a free ticket from my homegirl from my homegirl from college just randomly. My girl was already going with her friends. I'm like, man, I'll watch the kids.
You said that you was like, yeah, I got a ratchet side, but not that ratchet.
Oh no,
that's the way she looked. She's like, no,
nah, bro. Look, hey, that shit's live. It took her. Now you feel like it took a hellas to come out there, but it really wasn't. She was supposed to come out there at 10 o'clock. She did come out exactly at 10, but shit, the show started at 8 with no real opening act. So we just in there listening to a DJ for hellas. Then there was some random lady came out there. She was low key cold, and so you listen to her. She knew if people want to turn up. Of course, she started twerking. The crowd go crazy. Then you listen to her. I'm like, this woman can rap, y'all. Pay her some motherfucking attention. And then she came out there extra ghetto, extra pregnant, but it was lit, bro. That's the first time I've been in concert. Lights shut out. All these phones come out. Now you can see her, like just illuminating the shit out of her. She had her shit done, like the whole graphics coming on the big screen and all that type of shit, bro.
She got bread.
And she is the second person ever to sell out the Schaefer's. So I never looked up who the first one was, but she the second person ever, which clearly is a feat within itself.
I would be surprised if it was Erykah Badu. Because she was at the Schaefer's.
Nah, that one sold out though. That one sold out.
I was in a different world.
I'm gonna Google that before we leave tonight.
I went to that show.
What, Tyler's a career?
Yeah,
hey man,
it was all the way to the roof, man.
What I can't remember the name of the last project he dropped.
Call me if you get lost.
When you talk about a master fucking piece.
Oh yeah.
And I wasn't no huge Tyler the Creator fan just because he was just goofy, and I was like, Brian, listen to it. But I knew he had songs. I listened to that shit from beginning to end. I'm like, if this nigga don't win every award he's supposed to get off of this. It's only so many people drop one of them type of projects. I'm like, bro, that shit, dude, weird, low key. That's our favorite artist too. It's funny we bring him up. That's our favorite shit. Like, I should try to do a song with that nigga. I was like, I can't see it, but it had to be hella ghetto and goofy for the fun of it. But so I saw another crazy story pass.
Yeah, I see this one.
And I'm gonna ask everybody how they feel on that. A man killed his coworker because he ate his lunch out the refrigerator. And that happened in like 2021, I think. And he just got sent 2022 or 2021. He just got sent 100 years.
100 years.
I mean, he killed the nigga.
I mean, yeah, but goddamn.
Nigga over a sandwich?
Right. I mean, hey,
Now,
you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes.
Now, hold on.
Was it hot or cold?
This is my thing. We're gonna go. We're gonna go. I'm gonna start it and we're gonna go this way around. No, we're gonna go this way around.
I stepped out for 2 minutes.
Like, as a nigga that's been to school. Now, mind you, I used to work at this cleaning job in Jeff City my first year at Lincoln in the summertime. And we used to clean the state building. And this was in our broke days. Me and Cayy broke as hell. We barely had money for food, but we got a crib, all that shit. And we would be in there, like, we got to clean the fridge, like, go past the fridge. I got to do the trash. We both doing the trash on different floors. I vacuum his floor, he do the trash. So we walking, I'm like, we check all the refrigerators and the freezer every time. I was like, bro, what it look like it got an abundance of in here? Because we finna take this home and eat tonight. I'll be damn, I'm finna start. Somebody low-key was like, they asked us, like, hey, man, somebody said something about the food. So I was like, food? I would never, how am I gonna get the food up out of here, bro? It's like, you right. I was like, all right, bro, we're gonna have to switch it up a little bit because niggas catching on. But I know if I had my mouth tuned up for something I brought from home, that I knew this was from the last night, and it was fire, and I come in the break room and I see your ass eating the last of it out of my Tupperware, I don't know what I'll do.
Question. What meal would it have to be for you to snap like that?
Anything I brought from my motherfucking house, because I cooked it the night. And it's like,
to kill somebody,
I don't know.
To slap you.
Now, it's one of them things like, you took it too far, but I get it, nigga. Like, I understand the anger.
I understand the sentiment.
I understand the anger. And this just leads me to believe that wasn't the first time that man ate his lunch.
Yeah,
like, because I heard he ain't do it till like a week later. So I'm like, that nigga let that shit
I
fester.
asked you last week, bro. If you that hungry,
He was like,
just ask me.
I told you stop eating.
he like, my nigga. So they ran the cameras back, right? I asked the security, They ran him back. I saw you grab my shit, bro, so I'm gonna ask you again. And it's like, did you kill this nigga at work? Do you know the nigga personally to find his home? If this happens to you, my brother, what are you gonna do? Cause I'll be hungry, bro.
I'll be hot. I'll definitely be
I
hot.
may not take your life.
But to kill somebody.
Nah.
Cause ain't but looking at dude pictures, I'm like, you may have missed a couple meals in your life.
He had a shitty life.
I mean,
100 years, man. That's
100 years.
I got one.
That's
We didn't
not
grow up
time.
together though. That's my daddy other child.
You already know. Somebody
they
always.
probably-
But see, that's another
What
thing.
state was
As-
they probably didn't carry the life sentence. That's probably why it's 100 years.
As a person who got a sibling, my sister just called, literally. I still, now that I'm grown and we don't live in the same house, fam, you really can't touch my food.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I'm one of those people. Now, depending on what it is, I might let it slide. But see, my favorite food right now is this place called Potbelly Sandwiches.
Oh, yeah, I bet.
I've been meaning to try
Fire.
You just got hip
It's a
to 'em?
Potbelly's by Lindenwood.
You just got hip to 'em?
Yes.
See,
I've been
so
meaning to
I don't know
try
if they from Chicago, but I was eating that shit back in college in 07. And bro, listen. Any other sandwich place?
We just got to the room.
It had to. Look, I don't know about
I went
others.
to DC for my birthday.
Okay.
Literally, my wife would tell you that every time I ate that wasn't like some sit down restaurant, she like, what you doing? Getting Potbelly's delivered. Where we going? Where you going? Potbelly's. It remind me of Quiznos.
I think that's.
And you know,
I think that's why I like it so much. Like having that hot sandwich.
it's just crazy. Quiznos went out of business the way they did.
Because it was
bro.
fire.
Here's a fire.
And it was like I just seen a
Yeah,
whole
I like
thread
that,
about
man.
that. This girl on my page was like looking for Quizno lovers because she's like, what like happened? And then I said, bro, I started reading the thread. Motherfuckers was like, bro, we don't know what happened. And I looked up an article, and it was just like we had too many of these motherfuckers. It wasn't going the way it's supposed to be going. And this first time, it wasn't going the way it was supposed to be going. And then they was I think Quizno started falling out at the height of the whole when like a nigga Jared started promoting Subway and the Subway just started going crazy. Then you got the $5 foot long. So it was like
Subway did go crazy.
they went crazy, bro, for nigga who claimed he walked there and motherfucking. I'm like, bro, I seen yo. That's why he locked up now. They get the brakes off that nigga.
That's crazy.
I ain't surprised. Any nigga that'll lie about walking every day. And I'm like, bro, you did not walk no every day, and that's why you lost some fucking all that way. Because he was huge. Walking every day and eating them motherfucking sandwiches. Bro, the nigga, yeah, bro. It's just like somebody getting the BBL and start selling workout tapes. Baby, we know you had help, and ain't nothing wrong with that. But you ain't got to lie to me.
Byron said, fam, I had to mop the floor with.
No, yeah, bro. Especially if I don't like this job. If it's a job I hate, I always already coming here every day thinking like, fuck this job. You eat my motherfucking lunch, bro. You better hope I just use my hands. Because I'm going to hit you.
Kobe, what meal would be in there that would really just take you there?
Man, if a nigga came, I had some boudin, a couple of links of boudin, a couple of packs of crackers, and I come in that motherfucker, and my boudin gone.
And you eating my sausage, I guess.
It's like seeing somebody eat your leftover wing stop. And they just scooping your ranch up like they ain't got no pride in themselves. Like, nigga,
How your day going?
do you know the delectableness of a Wingstop ranch? Don't nobody else touch that but me, bro.
Kayla, what about you? What meal would it have to be?
Don't touch my crab legs.
Ooh. Like if you eat my snow crab, I'll probably beat your ass. But I ain't gonna say anything. But eat my king
Nigga
crab.
gonna, that's when
King
somebody put
crab,
them
I'ma have
thumbs
to-
together and they finna choke your ass.
Blue crab.
Oh yeah. Seafood costs too much for anybody to be trying to dibble and dabble with it besides the motherfucker that
My
bought it.
big.
Oh yeah. And that be the part, like, bro, I paid for this shit.
Get your pound of them about $6.
Oh, you from Louisiana?
Yeah, get your money blue crab, ball them up.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, you could have asked me if I felt it on my heart. Like sometimes you know when people going through, it's just like, all right, bro, I can't give you this. Here a couple dollars and then go get you a sandwich from up the street. But you just eat that nigga probably was eating the last of it, looking at that nigga, and he was just like, you know what?
The nigga probably ate his sandwich and he got home. It's like, you know, man, fuck that. I got some shit at home. And he walked in and his lady.
And somebody else ate his other shit.
Lady was key.
He like, girl,
And he couldn't
I can't
fuck
kill
them up.
you.
He couldn't fuck them up.
Right.
So he been found that nigga. And he like, nigga, I'm sorry. But
It's time for you to meet your maker.
He was like, yeah, bro.
Hey Nick, what meal would it have to be for you, bro?
Yeah, that's hard.
Cause I see you a big nigga like me, so
No,
you know.
100%.
Yeah.
Man. I mean,
Byron said his
I
roster
probably have
pasta.
to say, man, don't fuck with that chicken wing plate. Man.
Look, that's what I'm, bro. And I'm everybody know I am a chicken connoisseur.
I just got on chicken.
Wow, man.
Oh, look, you touch a nigga, you touch my quesadilla, I'm gonna have to kill you. Do not touch my goddamn food. Just don't touch none of them. Hey, as one of the greatest rules, keep your motherfucking hands to yourself.
Facts.
Say to yourself, you ain't got it. Yeah, like food, you could get away taking a nigga drink. Because you could go, I better. I know he got lunch this time. Let me get this. I'm gonna drink this. I'm gonna go replace it right quick. You can't replace my whole meal. I don't want no new fresh one. I want the one with the half-bitten chicken wing in there because I knew the rest of that shit was good. Don't play with me like that, man. Another thing before we get to moving into our interview, man. The Grammys came on this past weekend.
Well, you should have seen the conversations I had today about that shit.
I don't even give people discourse sometimes. I got to be in the mood for it because niggas be saying this dumb shit.
I found myself quoting you, my brother. My students was like, "Who the hell is Killer Mike? Grams, who is Killer Mike?" And I'm like, first of all,
the disrespect.
they don't make. I said, first of all, as a lifetime listener of the Dungeon family, I feel disrespected.
Don't play with
The person
Killer
who
Mike
carries your
name,
grade should never feel disrespected.
Facts.
Secondly, I was like, my man literally pulled Andre 3000 from the hills of Germany to say, please come here and don't play a flute. Can you drop a verse?
For he got a nigga that said, I won't rap because I don't have nothing to talk about some shit. And I was like, for a nigga that ain't got nothing to talk about, you sure got the fuck off on this. And I'm like, they put you first. It's like he came in the studio, was like, I'm ready. Just rapped and left right afterwards. He ain't tell nobody nothing.
He played the flute as he was walking out.
That nigga probably played the flute. I call him the Black Ron Burgundy. He'll pull that motherfucker flute out anywhere. He going on tour with that motherfucker.
Yeah,
too. I
know.
Low key, I think he went to. My assumption is the tour places he going to because he only going to San Francisco, LA, Chicago, and Atlanta. There must have been the top 4 listening areas of it. I ain't finna act like, oh, this is something you should listen to, but it's a good meditation album. Like I'll be doing it at the crib, especially before I go skating. I'll stretch and shit, so I like doing a little yoga stuff, and I'll play that in the background. Bro, you talking about peace? I was telling them at the school, we play jazz music for the kids in the morning so they can sit when they sit in the gym. Like, be quiet. I did all this talking already. Listen to this music. When I was in there doing it, that's what they was having to listen to. Because hey, you only got to play one song. It's 52 minutes long. But it was great.
So these kids was like, man, we don't know Killer Mike. We don't know. I said, well, first of all, I said, to quote my brother Nico, they don't make music just for your ears.
Right.
Like literally, they did not sit there and say, hey, Josh, this should be your song and it's gonna win a Grammy. No. I'm like, what you listening to right now? NBA Youngboy. Exactly.
That's why you mad every morning.
I said that and them Takis that you eat every morning. Your stomach.
Don't get me started on blue Takis, bro. I don't understand the hype.
Yeah, Takis. Period.
They got blue ones. Them kids in my school love them shit. Fingers blue as hell. I'm like, I keep asking them. I'm like, bro.
Stomach's on fire.
I'm like, I can't even imagine the amount of dye they putting on this shit for y'all to eat a corn chip. I'm talking about that shit is royal blue, and I'm assuming they hot. They just popping them. It be 7:30. These niggas. I'm like, y'all remind me of the girls when I went to school who was wearing baby fat coats with the side ponytail because they was eating hot Cheetos with cheese at 7 a.m. They were the most aggressive ones in our school
because their stomach hurt.
Because they got an ulcer by 3rd period. And so
I mean, but we can't fault them for eating blue stuff because we just eating green stuff. Well, no.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Look,
her age just came out, y'all. She's just like, yeah, we was eating it. No, we weren't eating.
What green stuff?
Yeah, what's green?
90s babies, we was eating green stuff.
What was green?
Well, I mean, I'm a
The
night.
green slime,
No, we wasn't eating
the
no
green
damn slime.
ketchup.
I remember that. That was listen.
Yeah.
I never fucked with that color
I
ketchup
couldn't
because
do
that
it.
shit was weird to me.
I'm
I'm like, hey, bro,
like, it ain't red. It don't
register
taste right.
ketchup is red.
Yeah.
I seen that purple shit at the store. I'm like, fam, nah, bro. I ain't never seen a purple tomato. Never seen a purple tomato in my life. So how y'all making this shit? Blue ketchup? We did eat some weird ass shit. Like we was out here eating Kool-Aid and sugar in a bag.
We also had chewing tobacco gum. and candy cigarettes.
I mean,
Yeah, but
serves
you-
alone, the
definitely
drink
can't
serves
do it.
alone
Oh,
did
yeah.
it for us.
But
Listen.
for me, I my parents kind of kept me away from some of that stuff because of the fact that my dad was a chemist, and my dad worked in this place. It was called PD George. It merged with this company called Warner Jenkinson, and Warner Jenkinson got bought by Cincy. So Cincy and off Jefferson, like Jefferson and Casshh.
Okay.
Literally, all they do is make colors. So they make the dye for like when you look at the bag of the old M&M bag and that mug red 6 and blue 4. That's what he made. So literally, like he would have like big ass barrels of M&Ms and shit because they got to test the colors. So he would have it, but he couldn't bring it home because my sister was diabetic. And he would be like I'd be like, can I get this? No. Do you see all them? All what? He said, Daddy, make all these. It's not good for you.
And they banned Skittles in Cali.
Yep, they made
Because of the red dye.
Yeah.
That's why they you can't
sell.
sell you can't sell Skittles
Known
in California. And it was like, damn, bro, I used to run
Like,
through
those-
Skittles
those-
as a
those-
kid.
those dyes give you cancer.
Bro, I went through a Skittle phase, bro.
I completely changed my family diet. We don't eat those dyes, none of that. If it pick it up and it got some, I'm sorry, but we can't eat it. Like I go to Trader Joe's and get my son the Trader Joe's little M&Ms, their brand M&Ms. We eat those all day, but these M&Ms from Dollar Tree,
Oh yeah.
we're not eating those.
Hell
And they
no.
like $3 now.
$1.20.
Terrible.
The $1.25 tree.
Terrible.
I'm like, what is it, Dollar
much
Tree
is
and some
it giving you?
shade? Like y'all niggas is charging too much.
Well, speaking of the Grammys, man,
Them niggas ain't.
did you hear what do you think
So-
of Jay-Z? Oh, go ahead. Kill him.
First of all, we got to shout out Killer Mike
Facts.
for
That's what-
sweeping the rap categories. He
Getting there,
won
resting
best
my
rap
knee.
album, best rap performance, and best rap song. Which, when I first heard the album, I don't know if everybody listened. I think it's called Michael.
Yep.
As soon as I heard that track, I remember it was like you got them songs where I knew where I was at when I heard it. I'm sitting out on the porch blowing. Like I got one of them porches that I feel like I could be an old man. So I'll just go, summertime, I'll just go post up, bring my radio outside, roll up and just watch the cars drive by and shit. It's hella peaceful. And I was like, I'm scrolling, we finna play some music. I'm like, damn, this shit's like Killer Mike. Who? Play it. Hear the beat drop. I went, oh, okay, that nigga started rapping. It was like one of them, like, nigga, I didn't even know you had this in you still. Like, bro, he went crazy. And then I heard the album, and it was automatic. I'm like, bro, if this don't win a Grammy, they tripping. Because I'm like, this is a amazing body of work. And he swept that shit. Then being on Twitter, all the niggas was hating Travis Scott should have won. I'm like, bro, this nigga, he makes great music, but it's like the same album over and over and over. Because he has a certain style of production that he do. I'm like, Killer Mike reached in the bag that a lot of y'all don't want to listen to. I'm like, that nigga was rapping. And that's he was rapping. But it's also what pissed me off was the nigga not only win 3 Grammys, untelevised, because even in 2024, the rap category is at the pre-Grammy show. They won't show that category on TV for whatever reason.
I think that they did that on purpose because they knew the superstar talent of who could win. You see
That's
what
why
I'm
you
saying?
should have put that shit
You
on
know,
TV.
Like it would have been great had Killer Mike had that prime time opportunity. But I think when you look at who was nominated and they knew would actually show up to the show, they was like, hey, it's not worth the TV time.
But that's how you know it's not all about the music.
Oh yeah,
It ain't.
It's
It's all about who gonna watch your ratings.
It was always about ratings. It's the Taylor Swift show. We're gonna the NFL been capitalizing for a couple weeks. Damn it, it's our turn.
Our boy was praying the Chiefs lost
Oh.
off of the strength. I just ain't wanted because I'm like, bro, focus on the game. Ain't no knock to Taylor Swift. She ain't got shit to do with football. But because they believe off of their analytics, she helped generate $335 million off of her sheer star power, getting people who wasn't fucking with football tapped in. They like, shit. Soon as that nigga catch the ball, they'll show her before they even show the replay of the catch. I'm like, bro, I don't give a fuck about her doing that.
How much you want to bet that come Sunday, she gonna somehow end up in the show with Usher?
Boy, I swear to God, I said that.
I wouldn't be shocked.
I said they gonna, bro. I said, look, that's how I know Patrick Mahomes' daddy over. He over. They played Baltimore. That nigga did not go sit in that press box. It went outside the stadium to tailgate with the Ravens. He is when you see Patrick Mahomes, you see his daddy. It's like, are you sure that's your father? Because this is a hood nigga. I'm like, I need to see.
He just got caught up.
Yeah.
Look, and it was
Yeah.
he was smiling at picture like, boy, my motherfucking son is Patrick Mahomes. I don't give a fuck about none of this shit. I
I
don't
didn't
think
want to drive it
he
anyway.
was like, nigga, y'all can give me whatever felony or whatever you need. This nigga gonna take care of me for the rest of my life. So shout out to him for being around. He hit the dead end, just tried to pop up at the end of that shit. But it's like, what Patrick Mahomes mama look like?
I know she white.
Oh man, I guaranteed that. But I'm like, what type of white lady is you to be with this nigga? Because this is the he's a
I can
nigga.
kind of think of what type of white lady.
I thought a big white lady.
Yeah, big white
I like the tax time white lady. I need to see. But
I'm thinking it's that. I'm thinking it's that she probably is small.
Stuck beside her.
She a little thick, but she got that cut. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Oh, that-
you know the white woman. I fuck black.
They got the
people.
the half bob. I used to call it the
But
Sharifa.
she can also hold
Like-
her own in like a black space.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know, she know
But
when
I-
to
it's-
back-
I don't-
She can sing in Anita Baker a little bit.
She know when to
You know what I'm
play her
saying?
She hums to In Vogue on her off days, type of white lady. But as we still talk about the Grammys, man, Jay-Z had a subtle Kanye moment.
He did.
And I saw a lot of discourse about that because it was like when Kanye did the shit, y'all niggas weren't fucking with it. He do it, Jay-Z do it. And I was like, you know, people always got the
He said it gracefully.
great, and it's always
Not
the
aggressively.
it was the approach.
Yeah.
Kanye, we could tell you was fucked
Threw a
up.
few jokes in there.
But Jay also had the mic because he was supposed to have the mic. So he had the opportunity to say what he wanted to say
That's true.
versus going up there and be like, let me interrupt you and say something that's not my
That
time.
nigga said, hold on. It's like, nigga, I'm happy you won. However,
Comma.
how does but that's a point they both made. How is she the most winningest Grammy winner?
He was just saying what everybody is
Thinking.
Yeah.
So and like you got the people that's like us is like, oh, he just told the truth. Honestly, he wasn't ignorant about it. He just
I was
told
like-
the truth. There's another whole slew of people that's like, why would you go up there and do that? Like,
Low key,
we need to cancel you because you.
When he said it, they panned her. She had that look like, nigga, I ain't tell your black ass to go up there and say that shit.
But you know what though? I give
that
it
car
to
ride
him.
home was probably.
Oh, she was like,
I guess,
Sean,
I'm gonna tell you.
what?
I think that car ride home. I think she was good
Right.
because if we look at it in the last year or two, we've seen black men go up there to represent black women, and the first time it didn't turn out too well. Right.
Willard.
So for him to go up there and very gracefully and very unapologetic, but speaking real truth. Because my man said he was like, "Hey, when I get nervous, I tell the truth."
That was the funniest
That
part.
was the funniest shit, but it was so real.
Facts.
And he was like, "Hey, this shit don't even add up. It don't even make sense to y'all."
He was like, how you got 32 Grammys? The greatest, I'm talking, and you talk about greatest, we got people over Michael Prince, all of that shit. She got the most Grammys ever, but somehow she's never won this. And it's like, and it's not no knock to you,
Right.
but come on, son.
Right. Come on.
Like,
Yeah.
how she ain't never won. It's just like for people who felt in the height of when Nicki Minaj wasn't tweaking all the time, like how she ain't got no Grammy.
Right.
And at one point, there was not another
Well, you see how
woman
they
that
played her though.
Didn't they announce her as a winner or
Yeah,
something?
on the
Oh, her
on the
Ice Spice.
website,
Oh, it was on Twitter and
everything,
everything, and
on
it was
everything.
somebody fucked up.
Yeah.
It was like it was just like what Steve Harvey said,
It
the
was one
wrong
of Meg's
person.
friends.
She's like, "Hey, yo, I heard you finna type it up."
Power move.
Lie for it, which it don't make it no better. That shit happened, and then Meg song go number one,
Yeah.
and it was like, and then it's her going number one, first time being independent, paying for everything, take care of that shit. It was like, all right, freaky grandma, you gonna have to chill out now.
Hey.
Leave that little girl alone,
Look,
bro.
EBS starting to say.
Shout out to
It's getting bad.
yeah. Have y'all ever seen personal conversations or something? Y'all know the group of
I know you're talking
people,
about the two
like,
dudes
the
who
two dudes in the so the one of the chicks on that show, Keita, went and she kind of clowned Nicki Minaj for the song or whatever. And then people went and found her address and shit. Put that shit out there and they doxed it.
Oh wow.
But the fucked up thing, she was like, "Yeah, that was my address 10 years ago." And she was like, and so she went in again. I was like, damn, like, hey,
Man.
she is definitely on the I don't give a fuck Nicki train.
But I mean, I can see. I ain't gonna say like I don't
definitely
feel
agree
that
with
I'm
it.
not that connected to
Right.
celebrities that I can
Yeah.
just. It's some people I just like don't like. Like it ain't got nothing to knock to you. It's just what you do. Like The Weeknd, I don't like that nigga.
I'm a weekend fan.
But it's like I understand that he makes good monumental music. I can't
even agree with that.
I mean, for people, I mean, he's doing shit some people ain't never did. But bro, it's people that feel that way. I don't against it. But the nigga to me can't sing, and I don't like no nigga that's one person named after 3 days. So that's really my biggest gripe with the nigga. It's like you're the weekend. It's like me being mad finding out Travis Porter wasn't one nigga. I'm like, why y'all got y'all uncle name as a group? It never made sense to me. But I think it's like they daddy name or some shit. Some shit like that. No, it's 3 niggas. But when they first came out,
one nigga name.
I thought it was one person.
2 niggas, but actually
I'm like, damn, Travis. I'm like, that nigga Travis Porter called. They was like, you mean them niggas in Travis Porter? I was like, that's a group. I'm like, that's why y'all niggas ain't make it that far. Niggas kept mistaking y'all for one old nigga.
Look,
and
not
not
Travis Porter. Oh no, I'm just
like, no, bro, my name is Scrap. So I'm like, why you? But yeah, she just getting corny. It's just getting corny. I'm like, hey, first of all, you look like you doped up most of the time. Like you be just spazzing.
She said she don't do cocaine.
She said she said in the song she loved Percocets. So
that's even worse. That's terrible.
Yeah. So she definitely like a dope fiend at some point. She keep herself up, minus. But it's just like, hey, why you can't just be the? It's like some people got to know when you ain't got to fall back like you ain't who you are, but it's sometimes you got to be an OG. She just got to be an OG.
She don't know how to sit in her throne.
Like
she don't know how to sit there and be like, hey, look, no matter what the debate is, you are like one of the greatest female rappers, if not the greatest.
The greatest. I think on paper, she's the greatest.
I'm like, just sitting in your throne, like motherfuckers say shit about Beyonce all the time.
You don't see her arguing. Niggas she probably read that shit and be like, bitch, I'm Beyonce. Fuck is you talking about?
What the fuck you talking about?
Like I'm surprised.
Blue, go troll her. Like,
I'm
go do what you gonna do.
Because you know that shit Shannon Sharp said about Beyonce.
Talk about Taylor Swift. We had it on here, but we didn't even talk about it because it didn't work. Talk about Taylor Swift maybe bigger than Beyonce. I'm like, maybe to some white people. I'm like, bro, I'm like, nigga, because if fucking Travis Kelce was dating Beyonce, nigga, you think they wouldn't show her? They would show her more than the game.
I'm trying to get back to his ESPN days. That Fox money ain't the same.
I'm saying this money ain't big.
Uncle's like,
maybe getting paid now.
Yeah, well, that's good.
And then he got the other shit going, so it ain't like the money.
Monique getting ready to do it.
Boy, when I tell you, I meant to put that on here. I saw the picture. I posted.
She already did it.
When I tell you that motherfucker gonna probably do, niggas was like, oh no, bro, they gonna edit that. I'm like, no, bro. I'm like, nigga, they Casshh it. I'm like, when y'all see it on YouTube and it say live, they're not live doing it. He said he shot that shit in like November of last year or December. He said, we're gonna wait till the new year to drop that motherfucker. Right. Because he knew the type of heat he was sitting on. And I'm like, bro, hell, for all we know, the Monique shit had been recorded. We just now seeing pictures to let it know like this is the next one dropping. Right. I think her shit gonna do more numbers than Casshh shit did. And Casshh shit did like 50 million in 9 days and still going up. Monique, I think he gained like 5 million followers.
Because she getting ready to come versus Cat going after comedians. She gonna hit the comedians, but she's going after
Tyler Perry, Oprah, all that shit.
All her shit that she said that we apologize, it was good. That shit.
She gonna talk about niggas with motherfuckers like, hey, bro, you sure you want to talk about them? I don't know who they know.
If there is an Illuminati, them niggas
is in it. Tyler Perry went from sleeping in the car
to a
billionaire. That's what
it's not on a regular basis. It's
trust me. It's them niggas. Look, right. Nikki weird. And it's just like, bro, that's why sit your old ass down. I was like, it ain't nothing, bro. You can still be, because you was cool with all these people at first, and it's like, motherfucker say one wrong thing, you start beefing with him and going to, like, I understand. I'm on one of them people like, you can't determine how somebody respond and feel. Like, I always tell people, you take it low, I go to hell. How you want to do this? Like, I heard the Breakfast Club interview on the way to school that morning. She was like, we're gonna play this song. I'm gonna take a nap. When I wake up, it's gonna be some hit dogs that's gonna holler. All she said was Megan's Law, and you automatically knew that pertained to your husband. Right. You was the hit dog that fucking hollered. It was other motherfuckers that took shots.
You hear the daddy of the girl who the actual?
Oh yeah, he trying to sue them.
Oh yeah,
Which I'm like, bro,
you can't. That artists have certain creative
I'm like,
freedoms.
and it's a public law, nigga.
Yeah, and it's not even that. You're talking about a public policy.
I'm sorry. I'm like, it's a coincidence that this law
I can make fun of the Constitution.
is against this woman and has my exact
No, I'm
name.
talking about the little girl.
I could be talking about my law. This how I run shit. Which that shit. You take me to court, I can easily say it. I'm like, sir, I didn't even know Megan's Law was a real thing. I was talking about me, and it's just a fucking coincidence. Like when I called my teacher in 7th grade Steve, because he looks like Steve Wilkos, and I got a detention because that nigga's name was Steve for real.
You started the trend of calling teachers.
Bro, it was a coincidence, bro. I was like, bro, I had no idea your name was Steve.
I only wish we could have.
You just really.
I can only imagine what would have been like 20 years ago.
And we just record niggas.
And we had social media, like to the point we have it now. When we was in school doing some of the shit we did.
The ass whoopings I would have amassed because I was getting them without social media. My mama would have beat the brakes off me to see me in 6th grade, 3rd period, flaming the teacher on motherfucking camera.
Shout out to the backyard bandits, man.
Oh yeah, I've heard a lot about y'all niggas. Y'all was wild, man.
Allegedly.
But what you want to do? You want to go to the last one? Or?
I just want to say one thing, Tyrese. You've done enough in the past few years.
I know Black Power.
Why on the first day of Black History Month you talk about you want to be Latino? Why would you stir up Dr. Umar?
Man,
We try not to stir that nigga up, but I feel like he needs to provide you with 10,000 lashes. Because what do you mean? And the question I watched in the Umar clip, he was like, when you say that, nigga, are you saying it as you want to be Black Latino because they're still looked at as Black people? Right. Or you want to be a white Latino person? Because that could be the only thing you were mentioning. Instead of saying, oh, I'd rather have been a white man, you say Latino.
You say Latino.
Nigga,
No,
I ain't never heard nobody in my life was like, I don't want to struggle like a nigga no more. Let me struggle like the Hispanics have done. I'm like, bro, we all taking our different struggles. The only upside to them is they got the group economics part down. And I've watched it happen a lot. Being from Aurora, Illinois, where the east side, I call it Mexico. Like we call it Little Mexico. Once you cross downtown, everything is in Spanish, bro.
I would love to go there.
Everything is in Spanish.
Did you see this though?
Oh yeah. Yeah, oh no, yeah.
But now you're Black though.
He sued, Tyrese was suing Home Depot for $1 million, claiming he was being racially discriminated. Then they flipped it, they suing that nigga now.
If I was Latino, that would have never happened.
You would have gave me my lumber with no problem. I'm like, now your dumb ass. I'm like, Tyrese, I don't know what your residual checks looking like.
Yep.
I'm like, I don't know what your residual checks looking like from Fast and Furious movies because I know the music ain't really pouring back.
Eating up half of that.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, hey, at this point, my boy, you need to chill the fuck out.
Bill's got another third. You left with
you broke, Tyrese.
What more do you want from me? Nigga, they gonna take everything in a minute. Your ass gonna be out here.
Crying on Instagram.
So man, I say let's get to it. We
gotta clap it up, man. We gotta talk that band talk.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let pass.
Hey, so first I came across y'all. I don't even know. It showed up in my like the little damn
For you page. Shout out to the Instagram algorithm.
Yeah.
Putting people before us that we would not know of.
All right, so I see something that said 314 Midwest Crank, and I was like, well, the only time I think of crank, I think of crankage. I think of tuning up and blowing somebody the fuck out of the station. And I was like, 314? Well, we ain't got no damn bands in St. Louis no more. So what is it? I was like, well, let me click on this page. Right. I'm like, let me click on this page. And then just from my quick glancing at it, I was like, I gotta talk to them. Yeah. Because Nico know what I got coming down the line in next month. Y'all gonna
Shout out, brother Dave Lindsay.
What up? Another brother of Kappa Psi. So I was like, let me reach out to these people and let's see if we can get them on the show. So could you tell our listeners and viewers a little bit about yourself and what y'all do?
Yeah. So I'll go first. So I'm Cayy. Basically what I do a lot of things. I'm an herbalist, I'm a doula, I have my own business.
Okay, shout out to the doulas.
I'm a mother, I'm soon to be wife.
Okay.
I do a list of things. I coach guard for the elementary school kids. I help them with the dance team. We coached back at our high school for a moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Put a mic close.
Coach track as well.
Okay.
Wow. Yeah, my son's on track too.
I'm on the elementary track assistant coach as well. So.
Yep, that's a little bit about me.
Okay.
I went to college as well, so I went to SIUC,
Okay.
March.
Shout out to
I was
Carbondale.
in color guard.
Shout out to Carbondale. This is the Upsilon chapter of my
Come on,
friend.
come
Shout
on,
out to
Carbondale, bro.
I didn't go to Carbondale off the strip that I knew half of my high school was going, and we was gonna be too wild together.
Yeah.
It's a big school from like Northern Illinois. It's a huge school for people to come because it's like we still in Illinois, but we far as hell from the crib.
Yeah, I got to go down to Carbondale this fall because the anniversary of the chapter. There is the birth of the region. It was the first chapter in the region. It was the reason that Iota Phi Theta became a national fraternity. Because
Turn up.
Iota Phi Theta, the chapter at Carbondale was the only single letter chapter in the Midwest, and so they celebrate 50 years this year.
Okay.
So
You gotta
going down there again. My dean was from Carbondale, so
I'm
I'm gonna
gonna
go
grab
down.
what you get some.
Oh,
We
yeah.
can kick this centaur piss that
It
weekend.
will be plenty of fists, indeed.
And they have the best
Not the
parties.
R. Kelly.
Appreciate it.
Hey, because they definitely shout out my nigga Lunch. He used to let me get in the stoplight party. He would pay for me to get into the party, and that's his frat.
Man,
I call him Fat Snacks. He was always trying to crack jokes. He's a big dude, and he like, "What? Play the tuba." It's all about the tuba, shouty.
What about you, Nick?
So I'm Nick. I graduated from Lindenwood University. I got a degree in education studies and a minor in secondary. Currently applying to Alabama State University for a master's in rehabilitation counseling.
Nice.
Okay,
Nice.
it's my girl's school.
I my
just was
letters
down
of
there.
rec and
Yeah.
to send that out and get that going. Like she said, we coached band together at Hazelwood Central. She was on auxiliary. I was on percussion with my brothers Javon and Ben. Shout out to Javon and Ben. We just kind of put this together because we wanted to help students in the area get to that school of their choice, so that they can march. We didn't get that opportunity. It wasn't pushed in high school. We marched corps style, and when we marched corps style, our directors, they didn't push it.
Yeah.
Right.
We wanted to do stuff like that. We even wanted to compromise. Okay, if the field show is corps style, why can't, when we troop down to the field, why can't we do that show style? Why can't we blow in the stands? Why can't we do those things? And it just wasn't granted to us. It was never pushed. So when we went back to coach, we tried to implement it, and it still wasn't pushed. We got told that we had to go up to central office, get different things, approved. Then they said, "Oh yeah, y'all can't have the guard, bucking in the stands." The parents is bitching about it, but Hazelwood Central's, 95% black. Our parents wasn't complaining about that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it wasn't.
Who was
wasn't
Them two Caucasian parents that barely show up.
The parents wanted their kids to be involved in things,
Yeah.
and the kids didn't want to be involved. They're not going to be involved in something that they think is boring,
Yeah.
that they don't see other kids doing. Like,
Especially not black kids.
yeah. So I mean, growing up in St. Louis, you've seen how big Hazelwood Central Band is. Now that band is down to like 15, 20 kids.
Yeah.
Damn.
As a former band director in St. Louis, both on the high school and the collegiate level, it breaks my heart.
When did that trend start? Like 07?
So really,
08, so
I would
that
have
was
to
high
say
school.
When we were in
no.
high school,
07, 08, we were still we were
deep in
deep.
city.
Like-
It was deep in your city.
Yeah.
When 07, I was assistant band director at Soldan High School under the amazing Christina Brown. And when I was at Soldan in 07, you went to Harrisville homecoming, Lincoln homecoming, and you had band battles.
We blew on
Yeah.
Lincoln.
You know what I'm saying?
We blew on Lincoln.
You just blew on anybody else. You blew on anybody. I
Shout
remember
out to the youth,
one of my favorite times as a band director. It was Harrisville homecoming, and we were in the staging area getting ready for the parade to start. You said it was across the parking lot,
Right.
and I was like, I know how to piss them off because you said it was baby UAPB.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? 100%.
Yeah.
And I knew how to piss them off. I knew what I was on. I woke up that morning and I drank. I normally drink coffee or some type of energy drink in the morning. That morning I drank a straight Mountain Dew, and I said, you know what? I'm going for it today.
You was on savage.
I was on
savage mode.
So my stomach was hurting by 9 a.m. And the only thing that was gonna solve it was the fact that I was gonna see U City today, and I played the Fanfare Fierce
Oh.
at U City, and then they played it back. And then we played it back.
And
And
it
it
was
literally was 4 rounds of us playing the same 2 30-second fanfare.
That is like an attack call.
You know what I'm
war
saying?
call.
And it was like, please, let's go
Niggas
to
turned
war.
around like, what's going on? Yeah.
And
I'd
so
say that's how I was brought into the band culture. My mom graduated from Harris though,
Okay.
but she went to Xavier in New Orleans for a couple
Shout
years
out
also.
Xavier, man. My
Yeah.
sister.
So we
my
went.
niece,
She used to
my
take me to
brother.
Gateway Classic all the time when that was still rolling.
And that
They used to
that breaks
battle
my
on the
heart.
lot.
Shit,
Right
I
on
was-
the street.
Yeah.
Did we play
That was
the
my
last
first
one?
job.
Did Lincoln do the
Was
last
it?
one?
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
my first job. So when I graduated college in 2004, damn, I'm old, 20 years out of undergrad. My first job, Earl Wilson, who was the founder of the Gateway Classic, went to my church and we talked about the game and everything. And he was like, one Sunday he told me, he said, "Hey, when you graduate, come work for me." I said, "Okay." Shit, that Monday after I graduated, I'm chilling at the crib playing the game.
Yeah.
About 2:00 in the afternoon, the phone rang. My mom was like, "Hey, phone for you." I'm like, who? I go pick up the phone
Yeah.
because all my friends had my phone, my cell phone
Right.
number. So I was like, calling the house phone.
Oh yeah.
I go pick up the phone.
That's
He's
an
like,
official call.
he was like,
Facts.
where you at? I was like, at home. He was
Son,
like,
police.
didn't I tell you to be here at 8 a.m. after you graduated? I was like, I didn't know you meant like today. He was like, you graduated Saturday. Have your ass at work tomorrow, shirt and tie, 8 a.m.
Hey,
Yes, sir. And that game was, he put me right smack dab in the middle, being an HBCU alumnus, was like, hey, UAPB and Alabama A&M. That was the largest Gateway Classic attendance of ever.
I think yeah.
And that was 04, man. And you talk about being able to, I picked the football coach up in my Chevy Tracker. Football coach at A&M at the time was dude named Anthony Jones. Dude was 6'7", played tight end for the Redskins.
big boy.
Imagine putting that nigga in a tracker. He's like, this the car we getting in? I'm like, yes, sir. He was like, okay. I put that chair all the way back, let the seat back. He was like, well, just make it work till we get to the hotel. I was like, shit, we got to go all the way downtown
We gotta
too.
go all
Small
the way
in here.
downtown.
No, you
You know
just
what I'm
big in here.
So you told us a little bit like y'all came from y'all did the high school experience. What made y'all get to this point where it's like, all right, we're gonna do a podcast, we're gonna do this?
That's
A lot of things.
a long story. Well, no, we're gonna talk about it.
Yeah, talk about it. We got time.
We're gonna be truthful.
We got tired of this culture not being pushed enough up here.
Mm-hmm.
And when Gateway Classic rolled out, that was kind of the end. I mean, I know they have tried to implement a couple more classics in the area since then, but they failed, which was disappointing. We
100%.
were trying to be on the field. We wanted to document. We wanted to
We
get
were
it out
back
there.
in that
You
River
know,
City Classic.
So when the River City Classic, so there were two versions. So first it was the River City Classic that was supposed to be Lincoln and Kentucky State.
Right.
I remember
And
that.
that failed because I was on the committee. I was one of the people who had met with the city of St. Louis to do all that. But the guy whose idea was the guy who was over it just never got the job done. Like he was we were meeting with the most important people in St. Louis. We're talking about the sports commission, et cetera. And he was like an hour and a half late. So by the time he gets there, he ready to talk. They like, sir, we've already heard all this stuff. I've given them everything I can give them, you know. And then last season or the season before, we had the Heritage Classic that was supposed to come here, and that was supposed to be Alabama A&M and UAPB, and it was another horrible third-party promoter, you know. And I was excited about that because I was actually going to be the voice of the game. I was going to be the PA announcer, and I was like super excited about that. And they just dropped the ball, and it's unfortunate that we don't have that here because for those of us that grew up with the Gateway Classic, that was big.
Culture was alive. It was here, man.
We was trying to get the word out, trying to get a lot more to show the kids that it's way more opportunities than just in the Midwest.
Yeah.
So that's our goal, really.
So, what makes y'all band experts?
I never said I was a band expert.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying you got a show where you gonna talk about
But-
bands. So what credentials? What makes y'all feel like y'all got the pull to be able to say that, and the kids listen to y'all?
Music is the backbone,
Yeah.
first and foremost. And I come from a musical family. A lot of people on my mom's side of the family played blues music growing up. My grandma, she still sings in a local band around town. You can catch her in 1860.
Okay.
I think it's the fourth Saturday of every month.
Okay.
So her and her band, like they perform there. So music has always been my background.
Mm.
And I was always told like you can be involved in something, but at some point you got to be in band. You got to at least hop in band and try it. If you don't like it, you don't like it, but you need to hop in. And so I think it's just like when you go online and you watch some videos, you get the chills and things like, man, that arrangement was right. You know, it's different. It's different ways to judge it, but I think I judge off of how did it make me feel? What did it pull out of me? You know, I can run back a little part of an arrangement and be like, that's my favorite part. So I think that's what it is for me. Is what, you know, how can I feel? How does it make me feel?
Yeah.
So
I grew up with the music background as well. My dad, he was a part of a band in his earlier days, traveling all around the United States. He played trombone. So he started me in the band. He actually he would take us down to New Orleans every year. So, man, seeing high school bands battle it out in the middle of the street.
Oh yeah, them high school crazy.
All of them,
and just walking up and just seeing these bands just go head to head, and it's just like, yep, I'm doing that.
Yeah.
So I grew up with it. Like I said, went to New Orleans like every year, just seeing the bands, the culture.
He took y'all to a couple Mardi Gras.
He took us to Mardi Gras, man. So yeah, growing up with that and watching bands, like you said, just being in band, you know what a good band sound like. You know what you're supposed to hear. You know what musicality, dynamic, all of that. So I mean, just putting that on a sheet, you got all those things. I mean, hey, we can't hate you for it.
Right.
Yeah, I saw a video the other day where it was some middle school kids and it was all white. And shout out to Dollar Watson. You know,
Dollar Watson.
Shout out to Dollar Watson. He had these middle school white kids playing Ice Cream Man.
Oh yeah, that was up in what, Seattle?
Yeah,
or somewhere
and it was.
I
mean, those kids sounded damn good.
They did.
It was. I damn. If you close your eyes, you would have thought it was Bethune Cookee. I'm dead serious. Because we know swag. You know, those of us who listen to bands, we know swag bands. We know they're gonna overblow whatever it is. Right. We know there are certain bands in this country, your FAMUs, your Bethunes, your Norfolk States, who they are here. They don't need 300 people in the stands blowing this horn. They literally gonna say, hey, this sound right here is gonna be clean, crisp. It's gonna have tone. It's gonna have the right pitch. That arrangement is made right. That arrangement was made for what they had versus what they, because we hear it now where you get a band, they out there blowing, and you like, your trombone line ain't strong enough to have the song.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And so to
Cayy
have
is quick to call.
Oh yeah,
I swear.
Shout out to Mississippi Valley because y'all overblowing the shit. Y'all ain't got what y'all need. But anyway, I'm gonna talk about it in a minute. But what outside of band, because I was peeping. One thing Nico and I do with this show is whenever we have somebody come on, we like to do research on it. And Nick, I was saying you a part of like quite a few like podcast area type deals. So what else you got going outside of 314 Midwest Screen?
I got a horror podcast that I do with a couple of my brothers who work down at the Darkness Haunted House. And so it's called Toxic Icon. The foundation for that is we work in the lines outside the haunted house, and we are to entertain you before you go in, right? On paper, what they call that position is an icon. But we just needed something that was going to pull people in. So, tossing back, ideas around about Toxic Icon. So we started that in July, and it's been doing really well. And so, because I see how do we transition into podcasting? I'm taking the knowledge that I have from my experience that I've been doing with that, and then trying to, implement that into another platform. Yeah, I want to grow this just as much as I'm growing that.
So have you all already done a few episodes of 314?
We've recorded an episode, but we just need to get that edited and get it out.
I shoot videos.
We're gonna talk. There it is.
Look,
every time I was like,
I do music videos and I've done podcasts because I do all that type of stuff. Man, we actually had another podcast that we did, which was called
Historically Educated,
which was about HBCUs.
Yeah. But we had 4 HBCU alums on there. We tried to get every aspect. You had 4 HBCU alums, it was 2. It was 3 different schools represented, really 4 because I got 2 HBCU degrees, and so it was like You had 4 different schools rep. You also had two Greeks. You know, you had all the aspects of it, and you had different generations.
So
Like
you
that.
had it all.
Yeah, so like you had the 90s, the 2000s, the 20, you know, even into like 2010s a little bit. And so you had the opportunity for us to talk about it, but it was really just difficult to try to get 4 busy people to sit down and record an episode. Like we do 2 or 3?
We did 3.
We did 3 episodes, and it was just like
we couldn't put in the work we needed to because like we wasn't uploading the audio versions, and it was just like this is a great idea, but we just all
has to be on the
3 of us.
page.
Like, it just didn't work out. But for the few ones the first one did good, like for more than we expected on YouTube. So I was like, we could spin the block again. But I definitely understand how you feel starting a podcast and then trying to build others, because I'll be getting hit up from other people that want to do podcasts and they just like, bro, I want to do it by myself, but I think you would be a perfect person to do it with me. And I'm just like, all right, bro, we can map it out right. I'm interested. I'm like, but I ain't finna put more on myself. But I'm like, if I do this, this is your show to curate. I am just there because I'll help you engineer this show. I do all the production with you, but I'm also I'm your backup. Right. I'm gonna give you the flow that you need, bro. But I can teach you how to help yourself curate the show. Because I've been doing, like when I started this, I've been doing outlines and all of that shit. My outlines used to be handwritten out of a notebook. It used to be just me doing Facebook Live, clocking out with my left hand from work, because I work from home at Crate and Barrel, to pressing live every Wednesday. And when I saw the success of that, getting like 25,000 views off just going live, I'm like, this shit can go somewhere. But it is good to try to just put the same effort you're doing to that one.
What, 3 years later, still going?
Shit, nigga, 5. I started, May 15, 2019 was my first ever episode.
Yeah.
So we're coming up on 5. And it's crazy. That's Bree oldest kid's birthday.
Man. And so like, damn, where was that? All right, here we go. What's been your favorite band battle this past season?
My favorite band battle was A&M and Jackson.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Gulf Coast Classic. Okay.
Yeah, Gulf Coast is good. Yeah. That's a hard one for me. I will say I went and saw Capital City Classic this year.
Okay. Alcorn and Jackson.
Very, very good. Very good. Was it my favorite battle? No. I think my favorite battle this year had to be Bama State and Southern.
Yeah. I was there for that. And free.
And
zero
was mean.
And my wife will tell you, my wife went to a PWI and she likes band. Don't get me wrong, she likes band, but I don't think she really was into the idea of, hey, I got to be in the stadium an hour before the game because you got to hear the zero, and I got to be in there an hour after the game to the 5th. Yeah. And you know, I'm like this. I don't leave.
Yeah. I ain't here for the game.
You know, I like football. Don't get me wrong, I love football. Played it all through high school, coached it. But the band is why I'm here.
Yeah.
You know, and so I'm one of those people. I've driven a long time. I think 16 hours is the longest drive I've ever made to see a band battle.
I'll do it for it, brother.
Yeah.
It's dedication.
That's true.
So now those were your ones from this last season. What about ever? Like that band battle that you like, I've not seen one top this one yet.
1-0, I wish I was in person for it. Actually 2. Swag Championship a couple years ago, Jackson and PV.
I was there.
Yeah.
I was there.
Yes.
Man, that was a good battle. and Jackson was great. Jackson did their thing, but I'm talking about PV.
Shout out to my Marching Storm.
They counted the Marching Storm out before that game started.
Oh yeah.
PV came in there on another level.
And wait, look, I'm gonna show y'all when we get off the air. I'm a PV alum too.
Yeah.
So I literally sat next to the Marching Storm. When I say next to the Marching Storm, it's me, the step, and the tuba player. Right here.
Right there.
That's how close we were. Like, I can rock with that. And I got this one for you too. Go your best one ever.
Best one ever. That's real. That's so hard. Like, there's so many good battles out there. I mean, the one that comes to my mind is what was that? Is that 21 or 22 when it was Jackson and when they played Who Don't Smoke.
That was probably Boombox Classic.
Yes, Boombox
Yeah.
Classic.
I can see that.
That battle, that's the first one that probably comes to my mind if you ask me about a real heated battle. Yeah.
And that was a night game too,
Yeah.
which that just add a whole different
Element like that.
Yes.
Them lights come on.
yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's live.
Social media was crazy.
It's going crazy.
My worthy brother, if you had to pick I'm not sure. Did you pay attention to any battles in 23?
No, not
So-
22.
so
Not-
give me
not-
your
Not,
best.
I didn't look any up. When I heard, you know what I'm saying, what pops up on me.
Give me your best one ever.
My best one ever, man, I was thinking about as y'all was talking. Probably have to be the Bayou Classic, like 06.
Okay.
Right when Jeezy came out with that, and
That
then
was
Yeah.
And then what?
that
Did
was
they
hot.
both crank that up, or was it?
No, I don't think Grandma had that in there.
Okay.
In their book.
I need to
Yeah.
run out.
You need to run down on that.
Yeah.
Man, that motherfucker was nice. And this was the
Yeah.
fifth quarter.
That was the
This
fifth.
is the
Okay.
fifth quarter. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to say I got my best one is a tie. It's been a tie for years. Southern and Tennessee State, 09.
Yeah.
I've seen that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know you're
That's-
talking
yeah.
about.
Like,
a good
and
one.
I'm not sure which one was the best, whether it was the fifth or was it the battle the battle of the bands the night before.
Yeah.
That battle of the bands the night before, both of them marching to the gym, both of them go ham
In the
for
gym
hours.
too?
Yeah, and you talk about 250 plus member bands
Right.
going hard in the
In
gym.
the gym.
You talk about you probably can't
You
hear
need
shit,
earmuffs.
right? You can't hear
Oh,
shit
yeah.
after.
Yeah,
No doubt.
yeah. You need proper.
No
earmuffs.
doubt.
And the other one would have to be Jackson State Southern 2010. Jackson State
Was that-
Southern
that
2010.
Boombox Classic?
That Boombox
Yeah.
Classic, great football game.
Yeah.
And this is the game where
Yeah, it was.
the game
Yeah.
dictated the play at the end because Jackson State started playing Jackson State went down, like Southern scored with probably like 30 seconds to go in the game. Started playing Go Home towards Jackson, like
Yeah.
playing their own song towards them,
Yeah.
only for Jackson to score as the clock runs out. And you
Crazy.
talking about then
Crazy.
and-
You just set up an alley oop
yeah.
for a crazy fifth
Yeah.
quarter.
And they literally beat like I think that was the longest Union Charger.
Yeah.
They literally battled for 2 hours after the game.
Oh yeah.
Because that's why I tell people if when you go to the Gateway Classes, they always just turn your lights off after 20 minutes. But if you go to go to the campus and see a game, and you'll see them let them battle till they love
Yeah.
it. I ain't gonna lie, one of the probably third best battle, small schools, Central State and Kentucky State. In
Kentucky
November.
State.
Kentucky
Oh,
State.
yeah.
In November, this was like 2012, 2013.
Yeah.
It's cold as shit outside. So cold that the dancers was like, fuck this, we gone.
We out.
And they did every section battle after the game. The game was over at 5 p.m. I was still in the stadium at 11 o'clock that night. Every fan that was
I
still in the
got to
stadium,
go.
we're on the 50-yard, we're at the 50-yard line, freezing our asses
Freezing.
off. And we're just doing this.
Back and forth. Yep. Yep.
And
Yep.
I fell in love with that rivalry. I was like, shit, I gotta go see that game again.
I mean, man, speaking of small schools, 09, Lincoln versus
Woo!
Langston in that gym.
Oh yeah.
Woo!
What?
I need
I be
that.
watching. I
I
be
need
looking
to
at
see
myself
that.
in that.
I got
gym.
I'm gonna have to say
ugh.
I got some DVDs.
I came
I'm
to
like,
Lincoln
oh,
at-
man. I got some DVDs.
I
gotta let
came
you
to
see.
Lincoln in 09. I came spring 09. I'll never forget, bro. The first day, I'm like, what the fuck is all this noise I'm hearing? Like, it sound like music. And they going through band after the summer. These niggas marching up,
Oh, yeah.
coming there. Start from the
Out the Paw Print.
at the Paw Prints. You ever go to Lincoln? What is that side street? It's Dunklin.
Chestnut.
No, is that Chestnut? No,
No,
Chestnut's
that's-
the street you
no,
come
that's-
down in Lincoln.
That's
Chestnut's the street that runs through Lincoln.
and that Lafayette or something.
Lafayette and Dunklin. So you got to go up. You see the band room. You see the big sign that say Lincoln University.
Mhm.
You see the band room kind of right behind it, and our big Richardson Auditorium. I think it's still called Richardson.
Yeah.
And then you got to go up these paw print, like this big ass. Jeff City is a city of like number hills.
Yeah.
So you got to go up this big. These niggas used to march up
Like
that
our
bitch.
legs were together.
Like
Yeah.
march up that
Like, you lost
motherfucker.
weight, like band camp was.
Oh,
like,
yeah, I ain't never
you-
seen
you
a-
got- You got ready.
From the niggas that was the biggest there. I'm like, damn, bro, you had a job like 50. Like they was working. I'm sorry, you had people calling the school. It's 100. Hey, it's 100 degrees
Why they out
outside.
there?
Why are they outside? People
They
like,
bred
man,
like that.
they like, man, shut your ass.
They don't breed niggas.
But I'm
like
saying
that.
it was like 150 deep, and you just hear them through the whole campus, just cranking that motherfucker. Then they come down that motherfucker, come through the library bridge, and then they stop right in the dorm, the biggest dorm parking lot between Dawson, which was the all-girl dorm at the time, and Martin, which was all boys, and just do a whole short field show.
Right in there and do a short
And
film.
they white tees and all,
Every
bro.
night.
You can't see
Every night.
Yeah,
Oh no, bro! This was a
can't
party
see
at this
all
point.
the smaller bands.
This is already parking lot pimping area. Now you look up, the whole school hanging out their windows. The parking lot, you see niggas just keep coming outside. Now done turned into a. We turned up 2-3 hours after these niggas done left. They done left, put their instruments, and came back and done turned up. Like this shit was just crazy to see. So I'm like, which
You said Lincoln Langston 09?
Yeah.
Because I was there.
Sheesh. Yeah.
Yeah. See, you know, people who know me know that, hey, once them schedules come out in April,
That's how I am.
I've already got my
sorry,
games
I'm trying
prepped.
to map out. I'm trying to map it out right now.
So what's next for 314 Midwest Cream?
y'all gotta do?
One thing I would love to do is take the podcast to the different campuses on game day.
Okay.
And broadcast from the tailgate, broadcast from a band pregame standpoint. They do it for sports. Let's do it for the band.
Right.
Okay.
I can tell y'all
haven't
the
marched
equipment
through
you
yet,
need.
but, I think
I
that's
can
he
tell
can
y'all
tell
the
you
simple
exactly what you
equipment
need.
that you would need to do
Yeah,
that and keep it
definitely.
mobile.
definitely.
Yeah. So this is not on here, but I gotta ask. Give me 4 games y'all gotta be at this season. This upcoming fall. Magic City. Oh, that's an amazing game.
I have not made neither one of us have made it to Magic City.
I will tell you this. Don't worry. First of all, when you're parking, you're gonna park in front of somebody's house. Because the stadium in the middle of the hood.
Southern Heritage.
Yeah, you're going it's just like Southern Heritage. You're gonna park there. I guarantee you, don't feel shy about going up to tents. Hey, can I get a plate? You're gonna get fed.
Yeah.
You're gonna get fed.
It's one thing about black people.
One thing
We
about
gonna
and
feed
the
you,
Magic
bro. We gonna
the Magic
feed
City
you.
is a monster. They
I don't play about nobody being hungry.
Hey, they're gonna feed you, and that's one of them games where the SWAC makes a big deal about the Magic City. So you're gonna have quite a bit of fanfare. When I went in 21, 65,000 people in the stadium.
It's one of the biggest.
Oh, it is it is the
Yeah.
largest. I know they keep saying Bayou is the largest. That's because it's the most known, but
Yeah.
Magic City is huge.
Yeah,
Magic
no,
City
I
is
love
huge.
Magic
Yeah,
City.
yeah.
It's a battle I look forward to every year. It's a good fifth. It's zeros. Vibes are great,
And if it's raining, it doesn't matter.
and the people don't leave.
No, they don't. Because it rained when I went, and they was like,
Oh yeah.
"Ain't nobody afraid of little rain.
Right. Yeah.
It's
Ain't nobody afraid of little rain."
Bama State come out in ponchos.
Hey,
Last year was like the first time it didn't rain in a couple years.
yeah.
Very nice.
So Magic City. What else?
Jackson State Alcorn. It's gonna be
Kansas
at
City.
Alcorn this year.
Are you going to the reservation?
I'm going.
Going to the reservation. That's what they call
It
Hey,
is.
if you've never been to
It's the
Alcorn,
reservation.
first of all, if you've never been to Lorman, Mississippi, where Alcorn State is, it's
Middle of
gonna.
nowhere.
It's in the middle of nowhere. Like it make you think when you're about an hour away, you can see the steeple from Alcorn's campus. So like in the distance, you can see like, oh shit, we close. You got an hour to go.
Damn.
Like
It's really in the middle.
it's like seeing the arch, but you still in O'Fallon.
Well, because Mississippi is not on the hill, right?
Yeah, but
It's not on the hill.
It's not on the hill, but for the reason the way that building is, like
Right.
how tall it is and everything,
Yeah.
you can see that shit from far away.
That's crazy.
I would love to see FAMU in person.
Yeah.
Got to see FAM in person.
Okay.
So Florida Classic would be real cool to make it to.
Okay.
And in terms of some smaller bands, I would love to see Lane, man. I've been rocking with Lane for a
So
man.
I really hope
Yeah.
Lane is playing. Lane is playing. The last time I saw Lane, they played Lincoln in Memphis.
Okay.
This was a couple years ago, probably like maybe 2018. They played Lincoln and Lane met in Memphis, but Lane is coming to Jeff City.
Yeah.
Lane is coming to Jeff City in November.
In November.
I got the date. I'll make sure I share it with you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right here.
Yeah, I'm going to go up.
Yeah, so I hope they bring the Quiet Storm because the Quiet Storm is a hellified band. They
Yeah.
are very powerful for their size.
Quiet Storm versus the Martian Musicals.
Yeah, yeah.
If I'm not wrong, Blaze had a solo dancer last.
Yeah,
Was it last
yeah.
season?
Yeah, when I went in 2018, they had 3.
Yeah.
Like they don't have a lot of
You're a
dancers.
bad motherfucker. Don't do that shit by yourself.
But I
I don't
think
need
I
none
think
of
they
you.
had one dancer because remember what happened with Jackson, where they start having hazing on the line, so they suspend some folks. I don't know. And so what's next? What can our listeners and viewers find everything that's 314 Midwest Crank?
314 Midwest Crank on all platforms. Definitely our TikTok and our Instagram. That's where we're most active.
Okay.
YouTube, anytime we have the opportunity to get on the road. But now that we've transitioned to a podcast, we'll be more active there too.
Okay.
And post them TikToks on YouTube too.
Yeah.
Post them TikToks on YouTube. Ain't nothing better than multi-purpose in your content. Just if you could avoid posting the one from TikTok that they get back to you because of that watermarking, but just post the original version. I'll be telling people, once you make one real type of content,
drop that
everywhere a reel can go. YouTube Shorts will run. You could do a whole page off straight YouTube Shorts and run your shit up faster because people are doing more scrolling and watching that than they are watching a full-length video.
Right. Yeah.
So, and that's gonna lead them to want to watch your full. You want to watch more? You need to go watch the full-length video. They're like, shit, I gotta tap in. This was too short for me.
Right.
So that'll be definitely a good way to make that movement.
Before we do that.
I'll be clapping for y'all. Be quiet.
But before we get to that, I know because we're getting ready to get to my favorite part of the show. I gotta shout out Marsha Evans was in the comments. And she said she's a band head also.
Started.
And she was like, she started the Car Lane Spirit with Reggie Phillips. Everybody from St. Louis. So Marsha, okay. Man, hey,
Car Lane.
That's dope. Car Lane, if you know music in St. Louis, Car Lane has probably been the foundational piece for so many percussionists and auxiliary members all across the city.
We were just talking to a little kid that used to go to our school who kind of slowly slipping into the wrong path, and he left and he go to Car Lane now, which I don't know why based off the other school that's closer, but he chose to go there. And he was like, yeah, man, I'm finna start doing band or whatever. Like they was talking about it. I was like, hey, bro, I don't know what you want to do in your life. I'm like, bro, this could set you up for a fire. Like, if you ever decide you want to go to college, this could potentially get you there for free.
Yeah.
I'm like, don't underestimate. Don't think it's just playing an instrument, especially if you're in a band that's going to provide you with the stuff that feeds to your culture. When I was in school, it was treated like, well, we playing instruments versus like, bro, they wasn't instilling the love of band in us that I wish they did, because there was no reason. Had I went to Lincoln straight out the gate, because my best friend, shout out to my best friend Cago, when he went to Lincoln, he was supposed to go for the marching band because he played percussion. Depending on which one you need, it should be another one that's connected.
No.
Huh. If it's stretched there for, it may not stretch that far. Oh, okay. But he didn't go because he didn't want to deal with he's like, bro, I ain't trying to leave the crib early to go for band camp. But it's also because he didn't, even though like we was in school, he didn't play for the band when I was in school, and when he should have. But he just come from church drumming and all of that. He just ain't real.
Right.
Oh yeah, you could have took one. Oh no, you could have took all these phones. These just extra phones that's for the station. But I like these schools that's instilling the love into it. It's like, make this fun, bro. Make it to the point where it don't matter how hard you got to work in here. It's like, bro, I'm finna put in that grit and that grind so I can see the success and outcome of what this provides for me.
Man, it's that time.
It's that. We got to get us some rapid fire. Like, we can't do the Hiroshima bomb.
You know what we got to do? Pecos Cayy.
Bang.
Pecos Cayy.
Bang.
Yeah. Pecos Cayy.
Bang. Bang.
All right. It's time for the rapid fire. Study long, study wrong, like a good game of spades. Kobe, you want to hot seat
Kobe
too,
got to be put in there too.
All right. Kayla, best D1 HBCU band.
Alabama State.
Nick?
Jackson State.
Kobe.
Jackson State.
Best D2 band. Nick?
Miles College.
Shout out my nigga Jimmy.
We low key on the same way.
Shout out my nigga Jimmy.
Miles, man.
We gotta.
I don't know if I can't think of any other ones.
I got a humble.
Miles, I'm gonna go with Kentucky.
Man,
Okay.
But
that arrangement they got for neck, man.
Yeah,
man.
they got the best neck.
Shout out Jimmy.
I don't know if they got the best
Shout
neck,
out
but
Ryan from UC.
I'll tell them.
I
I gotta say, their best arrangement is We Outside.
Oh
yeah, we outside.
We outside make you want to fight.
Damn.
Like
I'm gonna have to go
In the whole.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
when they like we outside, hold on. I know we outside, but like square up then. Like that's where we at. Your best D2 band, Kobe.
Wow.
All right. If you listening and you went to one of these schools, I don't give a fuck.
You be all right.
Because if they say it is what it is. Talk to your
And
band.
if you ain't playing the band at the school, we don't want to hear you
All right,
gripping and gray.
Here we go. Nick, worst band.
Howard.
Damn. All that notoriety. And y'all can't get no good bands.
Kayla. Kobe.
Man, I'm gonna stay true to my Lincoln roots, man. Fuck Langston.
Fuck them. Fuck them.
Fuck Langston, man. Shout out to they come up though. Them boys sound they.
My worst band is Mississippi Valley State. Even though I love Devil's Gun.
Yeah.
But worst, I understand Howard. I was at Howard Hampton this season, and I'm like, we in this small ass stadium, and I cannot hear y'all. That's a problem.
Yeah.
That's a problem. 2024 matchup you looking forward to seeing the most, Kayla? If you had only one game, you get to go.
Alabama State and
Okay. Nick?
I want to say Texas Southern is a matchup with Alcorn this year.
Oh, yeah, they gotta see each other.
Yeah.
Kobe.
Man, because I don't really travel, I don't really go nowhere no more, man. It's probably just trying to make it back down to the Bayou Classic, man.
Hey,
Yeah.
shit, I'm there.
Trying to make it back down. The Boombox, one of them.
yeah.
I'm going. The Boombox is my birthday weekend in Jackson.
Yeah, Jackson ain't that far.
Yeah.
I have to go.
Yeah.
Right down
To be on the road.
I'm gonna figure it out.
Kayla, most influential person in your life?
Myself.
Talk that talk.
He's like, I look in the mirror and that's all I need.
Yes.
I got you. Nick?
My little brother.
Okay.
We go get her. It's real. It's inspirational.
Kobe?
Probably my kids, man. It influenced me to keep doing the right shit. I was a wild boy, man.
Shout out to the kids out here. Shout out my
Right.
nieces and my wild ass nephew.
Hey, Kobe, I'm going to start with you, man.
Right.
School you secretly wish you would have gone to?
Fun fact, my email address is Kobe.
I was gonna bring that up earlier.
It
I
is.
had my dorm room fees paid, application fees paid, and all that. Ended up then having the money. And I came up to U City, seen Markel. He was like, "What y'all doing? What y'all out here doing? Y'all come to Lincoln?" And we went to Lincoln the next day. And it was all shoot up.
Kayla?
Shout out to Marquez.
Man, you the highest of 7 eats.
Man, that was a dope school to go to, boy.
My parents wasn't taking me all the way
That was a big
down
school.
there.
I just went just a big
I also say I always,
school,
and I love Lincoln. I got
Oh, I love
1866
Lincoln,
incorporated in my sleeve. But if you could have gave me an opportunity just to be at somewhere big,
yeah.
What school would you have gone to?
bro, I would have probably went East Coast. I would have
Yeah.
like Howard,
East
Hampton,
Coast.
just to try something different. Because I was one of them kids like I ain't had no fear of going far because they shipped me out every summer. I was going to either Memphis for years, and I started going to North Carolina. It was just like, so being away didn't bother me. But I would have, I'm like, or I would have went to, I would have been on the East Coast somewhere with it. And if I didn't, I definitely wouldn't have my favorite school I visited was TSU. Like I went there.
It's a great place to be.
I was like, oh yeah. When I showed up there, I was like, oh yeah, bro, I fucked my life up. Come here. But if I had to, low key, if it wasn't East Coast, bro, Clark Atlanta.
Clark.
Oh yeah.
I wanted to go to Clark. I was like, my cousin went for it. He's like, bro, I ain't trying to do this college. I'm like, bro, you tripping. Like, nigga, you down here. He was lit the whole time. I'm like, oh, bro, I went to hell. We went to the STL, the ATL trip.
Oh yeah.
And man, we took a big bus from here.
When the Alpha trip.
No, this wasn't even had nothing to do with
This Picture Boy put that
my
on.
nigga Picture Boy. We was in an ENT group. I was in an ENT group called Show Out. And we was just, for monies from parties, we was investing that shit back in us going to other HBCUs and mingling. That's how we ended up at TSU for one of their weekends. And then one time we had, they was like, we do good on these two parties. Fuck, we gonna plan this trip. Did it. He was like, fuck, we finna go to Atlanta. Because he had just started moving out there and getting his feet wet and
Right.
shit out there.
Yeah.
He planned a trip. We all met at the Hanley station. And I'm talking about time. We was drunk from the time we got on the bus. Everybody passed out that motherfucker. Well, bro, it was the ghetto shit. Like, we was in the bus. We had this old white man bus driver. I named that nigga Mumford for the weekend. So we all calling this nigga Mumford. And bro, when I say we was the worst set of kids you could have, it was like having the bad kids in the back of the bus. We was on, bro, this first day we went on that trip there. It was like niggas got tired of getting off the bus. We got to smoke real quick to get back on the bus. Boy, we got to the Atlanta. I was like, hey, bro, I ain't getting off this bus to smoke no more. We was in the motherfucking bathroom, blowing that bitch down. Look, we'd get 3 niggas in there standing. It'd be some chicks on the block, so they gotta sit on people's laps. We was just like, fuck, we finna kick it.
And the side window open too on the bus.
Like, so we blown, like, and we in the backseat, like, and then we all getting off, bro. He was like, man, I smell smoke back here. He's like, people been smoking. I was like, Mumford, now you know we wouldn't disrespect your shit like that. Boy, we was coming out that motherfucker. You'll leave out we'll come out the bathroom, this big ass booth of smoke. I'm talking, we matching blunts in this bitch. Yeah. We're only going in Atlanta.
Once you light it, it's like
we ain't going but around the corner, but everybody know around the corner in Atlanta is 4 hours. So shit, we just in this motherfucker. We get out that bitch. They like, y'all niggas is tripping. I was like, wait, I'm like, bro. They was like, bro, you're gonna get us kicked off this bitch. I'm like, bro, just y'all make sure that nigga driving. Right, I'm like, don't get mad because you was too scared to do it. I'm gonna take the L for everybody. I'm tired of getting off the bus to smoke my blunt. I'm finna do it back here. Shout out to Mumford, man.
Shout out Mumford.
Nick, what school would you went to?
It would have been Alcorn.
Okay. You fell in love with the reservation.
Okay. I'm telling you, man.
I'm bleeding. So I had a dental surgery today, and that shit just, and I'm on blood thinner, so the shit just won't stop bleeding. Really? So I'll deal with it later. Favorite song?
Like favorite band arrangement?
No, just favorite song.
Both. Yeah, favorite song and your favorite band arrangement.
My favorite song is gonna vary all the time because I'm such a music guy.
Yeah. That's hard.
Right now I got. It's not like right now. This band I've been into for a long time. They call Issues. Okay. They just put out a song called Since I Lost You. They just did their farewell, so they just call it a career break. Okay. Specifically for the bass lines in that song. Yeah, that's my track right now.
Okay.
Favorite songs? I really don't have one. I guess one that I've been having on repeat right now, Ohio by Cautious Clay.
Okay. Go.
Man, yeah, man, same with y'all, man. I'm always in rotation, but if I had a song that I would just put on any mood to get me where I want to be, probably to go with some Zero, that Mo City Don.
Good.
Like your favorite band arrangement?
That's hard. A couple years ago, man, A&M played Love Calls.
Ooh, yeah. That is my mother. You talk about a beautiful song. Shout out to Kim Perry, because that nigga, that nigga don't miss.
Yeah, don't miss.
And he only really need to sing 2.
Bro, he only got to say 2. I'm like, bro, you fucking cold, nigga. I fucks with
that Love Calls, man.
My favorite arrangement. Let's see. I would go with let's do Heartbreak Hotel.
Okay. That was another one.
Yeah, that would be in my second one next to Love
Calls.
Cool. It would have to be that. Who played that? Was it Texas Southern? They played that Umbrella by Rihanna.
That was good too.
This was like a long. This must have been like maybe 07, 06 or something like that.
That's when this song dropped too.
That, but it was cold.
I gotta answer this one. My favorite song and favorite arrangement are both the same song.
I already know.
Liberation by Casshh.
Okay.
I listen to the song daily. And Southern. Last year decided, I don't know who is their head arranger, but you, sir, deserve a Grammy yourself.
Shut up.
Because that man put Liberation in it to the point my wife heard it. She was like, can you play it again? Can you play it in the car for me? And we was blasting Southern arrangement of Liberation with the windows down like we was our own private parade.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't beat like that. Yeah. So, as somebody, I don't listen to band music as much as y'all. If I got a favorite song that's been on repeat, I had a reach back moment. You know, you find these songs you used to love, but ain't heard in a while. But I saw it pop across my. No, I was watching a reel and I heard the song in the background. I'm like, fuck, I ain't heard this fella. It's off the American Gangsta album, Jay-Z Party Life. I think it's one of the greatest. Me, it's Party Life, then it's Song Cry. I think Song Cry is one of the most beautifully written songs from everything, from the music to the lyrics, all of that. But my favorite arrangement I heard being that, I'm going to go with my Lincoln. When I was sitting out there, and I don't know if y'all was doing like don't it do it be the old heads versus new ones where it be right
old heads versus ties. Yeah.
So it was the old heads start playing.
Okay.
Yeah, all day, every day. Yeah.
Oh yeah, them niggas gotta go everywhere with that
bit.
bit.
Across the bank.
Yeah.
But my favorite one I heard y'all do is when y'all play 2 Chainz, Feds Watching.
Oh, yeah, that was a good one. Shout out to Chuck Smothers and shout out to my pops, man.
When I tell you, bro, like, and it's like if you know that song, you hear that.
So that
was like deep, bro.
Yeah, we was like 175, 180.
When you hear that, everybody know when that song is playing, you got the doom 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 doom. You hear boom 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 boom. I was like, motherfuckers, you see the whole campus like, bro, what the fuck? And then they do 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 do. I was like, oh my god. If it was one of them, like if I could have went up there, like, would you guys mind playing that again for me? It was beautiful, bro. It was just like when they put that shit together, bro. They put that shit together. That nigga Chuck did his thing, arranging that shit, and it was probably the greatest. And y'all played Heat that year, but that one alone was just like, oh, that nigga outdid himself.
I will tell you my favorite Lincoln arrangement. It's gonna be East the Pain.
Oh yes. Oh yeah. That's
almost like that's like
that
the Lincoln
classic.
That's like the Lincoln song. Like if Lincoln had to pick one song to go up against people, they're gonna have to play that one. Yeah, they're gonna have to play that one.
Yeah.
Man, I used to get out.
If you had one wish, what would it be? Nick.
It's a deep question.
I love traveling, man. So I say just to be able to travel endlessly. Travel as much as I can.
Caleb.
One wish. I would say really if I could just pick where I want to live. With no issues, no taxes, no mortgage, no rent, none of that. One wish. That's it.
I do like my nigga New Tribe. That's what he do. He's a part of the schoolie community where they get school buses and renovate them into a mobile home. And this is second one. Somebody they took the first one he had, but like, bro, it was like to the point where like I watched it before he did it and regutted it, had a bed, functioning shower, created his own son. He do the whole thing himself. And he's like, bro, I do music and I'm an outdoors nigga. I don't want to stay stationary one place. I get to complete my shit, travel, do tours, and I get to pull up on it. Like that nigga, I'm like, hey bro, I'm downtown. Because he long boy. He like, bro, who downtown? You skating today? Like, I'm downtown, pull up. I hear this big ass bus come around the corner, and now we outside. And it's just like, that's dope though. When you get to that capacity, it's like, nigga, I've created the lifestyle I want. And he's like, you just get you some land, build your house on there. But I know I can go anywhere. I ain't got to pay for no hotel. I ain't got to do none of that shit, bro. I got everything functional I need will be on this bus. I'm like, that's lit.
I'm doing that RV life.
Yeah, I would do it.
I would do it. My wife already knows. She I tell her all the time, hey, we can go anywhere in the world. Hell, in the last year we done been to Paris, we done been to London. But when it comes football season, I need my RV because I'm going to games.
Facts. Like it's like old people who want to it's like old people who buy that cruise that had you on there for 300 and some days. It's like, nigga, I'm finna pay all this money. I got free food every motherfucking day on this bitch. Like I got washing machines on here. I need to do my clothes. Like hell, I was like, if I was on, especially if I'm getting to go to different places now. If we finna keep spinning the block on the same place, I'm gonna get tired of that shit after a
Did you hear
while.
about that old couple who was like, it was cheaper to buy
Yeah,
365?
Then go to retirement
Then
home.
go to a retirement
And
home.
that's what made me bring it up. I was like, well, shit, fuck it. If I had that type of bread, all right, come on, we outside for the next 300 some days.
Taking care for you anyway.
Right.
You can wipe you on that.
Told me if you had one wish.
Man, keep the kind of thing, man. Just to be able to have the means to and the access to the means to do what I want, how I want to do.
And at any given fucking moment, like mine is like just pure peace of mind. I ain't gotta worry about shit. I ain't gotta, and I've gotten myself kind of to that point where it's like financially I could do what I need to do, still do for me. I remember them days where it's like, nigga, I barely got enough for this, and I gotta pick between myself or this or that or my child getting this and that. It's just like, nah, nigga, I just want to be able to wake up. I'm finna do this today.
Right.
And it ain't but or just wait. I love seeing people that got the means to be like, man, I'm finna buy this last minute plane ticket. I'm finna go somewhere this weekend. And it ain't gonna hurt me.
Right.
I'm like, bro, that's a beautiful life. That's like a peace of mind knowing they always say money can't buy you happiness. You shitting me. Give me the money. I'm like, yes, money can ruin you if you don't have control of yourself. I mean, you would have ruined yourself broke. Yeah. Like the money ain't why you just now you had the access to do way more shit. You would have been doing the same fucked up shit on a broker level if you could. No, bro, money will buy me the happiness I need because niggas only really unhappy with bills. You got to worry about paying this bill. You ain't got enough to do this, and that, paying out your life. I'm going to live my 8 hours, do my shit the way I need to. It's like, bro, I ain't got to work for nobody. I just want to wake up, get on the computer, do what I need to do. Look, that's what I was going to say, bro. Go drop my kids off at school. Yeah. And I did it for a little bit. Like, I stopped working. I was like, bro, I'm going to just hustle, figure that shit out. Outside of the stress of sometimes figuring out bills, it was the most peace I had. I didn't have to wake up, clock in for nobody. I just did what I wanted to fucking do every goddamn day.
I did, like DoorDash or Uber and everything for full time for 2.5 years.
Bruh.
Through my last couple of years of college, I would go to class in the morning because I just commuted. So I go to my 9 a.m. and do my 9 to 9:50, do my 10 to 10:50, and I was outside the rest of the day working. But it was
on your time.
It was on my time, and even if it was a slow day, and I was like, I didn't make that much today. It was the most peace I ever had.
Bro,
there was no stress.
Bro, outside of having to stop and get gas every so often, bro, I used to sit up there and do. I would roll up. I would find me albums to listen to or podcast. After I got tired of listening to music so long, I switched to podcast. That's what I went through.
Doing really well when I was playing podcast.
Yeah, bro. I went through a whole phase of just going through every episode of $1 Million Worth of Game.
Yeah.
And just listening to that shit, listening to these niggas talk. And before you realize, you're like, damn, bro, I've been out here 6 hours. Damn, I'd have made a little more money than I thought I did. I can call it. I can break that shit up. And then you can take the day where it's just like, I don't want to do this right now. I think I'll relax. I'm going to go chill. I know it's going to pop a little later. I get outside, go hard into the night.
Right. That's what I would do. I would go out. I'd go from 11 to 2:30, 3 o'clock, go home, chill for a second, and go back out around 5:36.
Yeah.
To about 10 o'clock. Yeah. I love doing education. I love being a part of education, but I do miss that sometimes.
I do.
Sure, yeah.
I do. The only thing I got stability. It's more. It's not one of them. I don't know what my money gonna be like the next 2 weeks. It's like I know what my check gonna be like. Right. I know what bills I gotta take care of, and I know how much money I'm gonna have left over. Plus, I'm still doing that every once in a while, and shit. I do videos. Right. So it's like somebody gonna. Hell, I had a random motherfucker call me today. Like, yeah, bro, I've had your card for like a year. I don't know how he got this card. I don't have to see him to remember if I met him, and I'm gonna ask him when we meet. But shit, he sent me a deposit today. Call me randomly in the day. He's like, man, you want to shoot a video at a church? He's like, you're more than welcome to come to the service, but you don't have to. This is the time we're going to use it because we're tying in the pastor with something. Right. Then we're going to go here. I'm like, bro, you shoot a deposit. I'll be wherever you need me to be at. And we're going to get it in. But it's just, now I ain't got to solely rely on that. That's all I'll play money or put back into what I want to do money. It do be. But look, that's why I'll be like, damn, I want some. I'll be like, all right, I'm spending this money on some shoes this morning. I need to book some videos tonight so I can recoup that back.
Mhm.
And I feel better about my purchase. Also, shout out to the greatest rebrand in the world. Layaway, becoming Klarna, Afterpay, and all the above. Ain't nobody had a better rebrand. It's like Layaway, then Titty Boy turning into 2 Chainz. Them the 2 greatest rebrands.
No. What's my guy? Tried to be a rapper and was like, no, you're a better producer.
Oh, Young Berg
Yeah.
turning into Hitmaker. That's the top 3 greatest life rebrands ever because we didn't even know that was that nigga for like 5 years. And he's just like, yeah, nigga, that's me. And I was like, this lame ass nigga, why you wasn't doing that shit from the beginning?
Making hits for everybody else but yourself.
For everybody else who hits, they got horrible songs. It was just like, he was this little yellow nigga, like we just didn't take serious. And it was just like, he was getting beat up by motherfuckers every week and shit. Bro, stick to what you know. And now you making more money than you ever made in your motherfucking life.
Man, let's
We
clap it up.
got to clap it up.
Yeah.
We got to give him a DJ horn. And we got to drop the Hiroshima bomb. And we call this the Hiroshima bomb because that motherfucker lasts for so goddamn long. We used to start, I started turning the volume down. It seemed like it's going to, I'm like, nah, bro, this shit go for like 10 seconds long in full max bomb mode. But we appreciate y'all coming to kick it with us,
Appreciate y'all for
man.
having me.
Appreciate
y'all.
It sound like that's somewhere, you sound like a show that's where you need to be on, bro.
It sounds like we got another collaboration that's gonna happen real soon. I gotta put something. I got my show. I got an individual show that'll start next month, and it's solely on focus on HBCU football. And so of course, if I'm talking HBCU football, we gotta have a band. So definitely, I'm gonna tap in with y'all. Hey, y'all come out to the man cave.
Oh yeah, it's lit. It's
Yeah.
literally his garage with turf floor, HBCU out all through that
It's
motherfucker.
not a garage.
Like it was. I was in there when it was.
Going in.
I was in there when it was a garage, and I was in there once it was finished. I was like, "This worth putting your car out in the cold. It's worth having to clean snow off a couple mornings. Yeah, it was worth it, man. But make sure y'all tap in next week. Let them know what we got on.
We got our worthy brother Demario Smith coming, and my man's is gonna be talking about sneakers.
We finna have good. He got his own sneaker con. He finna bring to the ill side out here.
Okay.
So I'm gonna see what he know about them shoes for real. Cause we gonna talk that talk. I'm gonna see how I can be a part of it somehow.
Well, he already said he wants the live podcast.
I'm with it. I'll come around.
He already said he wants the live show.
Mic me up.
Be live.
I'll talk a little shit. I've done a live one. Shout out to the Woke
Yeah.
brand. We did
We had
did
a
one of
great
their fashion
time.
shows. We did interviewing people. But man, make sure y'all tap in next week. As always, we're here every motherfucking Tuesday. It's supposed to be from 8:30 to 10, but we're here from 8:30 until we get tired. And that's the blessing of being able to engineer your own show and having the keys. Shout out to Tweezy for trusting me with the building. As always, man, I'm your host, Nico the Great.
Man, that's the past, man.
And we do our wonderful thing called Postal Podcasting, meaning rain, sleet, or snow.
We in this hole.
We gonna come and give you the news, grooves, and all the motherfucking blues clues. So you can tap into the culture here with ethnic ish and more. Shout out to Brother James Powell saying I was in there when it was just a garage.
Indeed.
Because he was in there when it was just a motherfucking garage. Make sure y'all tap in next week. As always, we about to get up out this thing. Shout out to 314 Midwest Crank. Shout out to Brother Kobe in the building. And we out this thing. I appreciate y'all tapping in. Ashy in the motherfucker. Fuck with y'all. Keep it with us. You know it.
Thanks for having us out.
Oh, yeah.